stop your shit, I'm the shit, just give it up. Everything is okay, even when I'm not. Time to bring it to the table.
YouTube. I would say those three are the biggest ones, and maybe I might start fucking with.
Why
Twitter
not
again.
Twitter?
Twitter's big, man. I mean,
Why
it
not?
should be.
But do you know how to maneuver on Twitter? Because
I don't know how to maneuver on the new Twitter. When I was a Twitter head, like
really?
2007.
There's a new Twitter. It's
no, I'm saying once they changed the format for me.
Okay.
Like the way it looks, like back in the day, Twitter used to be like if you wrote that day, that's what you would see, or like the most recent. Now it's like one post could be like from May 29th, and the next post you read is from.
Oh,
like,
that's why they be having so much problem with people retweeting, because you'll retweet something from last month, and you'll be like, oh shit, this ain't new. Yeah, I got it.
It's a crazy platform, but really what it is like the way you would treat the YouTube comment section, or the way you would treat the Instagram comment section. That's how you should treat in Twitter.
And the only reason I did that is like I had a conversation the other day, and I was saying how I'm a baby of all the things around me. Like I've been created. You know, I took from what Joe Rogan did in having conversation with interesting people. I took what Joey Diaz did in being honest with yourself when you're having these conversations. No matter where this shit goes, be honest with yourself. Be honest with your truth, what you went through. Speak about it. I took that from Diaz. I took the camera angles from watching like Brendan Schaub, and him giving his opinion on something without really needing somebody to ask him of it. He's just going ahead and giving his opinion on it. Like, I became a baby of all the things around me.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like that.
I mean, you're a product of what you know.
Well, you choose to, because sometimes they say that, see, on the optimistic side, the greatest form of flattery is imitation on an optimistic side, but on a pessimistic side, you're just biting off of me. You understand? That can go either way, because I can gracefully say that.
I think biting is stupid though, because you know what? It's a I don't like saying hood mentality for everything, but it's a hood mentality, because the thing is, like, we're arguing about, let's say 140, whatever the fuck street this is, 112. We're having beef because we want to be the best of 112. It's like, you can have 112. I'm gonna take 113, and then we both own blocks. Now when I see you, it's like, yo, what up? How's your block doing? My block's
Why
good.
can't we just share the shit?
I mean, the thing is with the internet, and like as an artist now, there's no reason to beef, in my opinion, about space. Because you know what? Because
it's big enough for everybody.
Yo, 100%.
People don't get that though.
And the people that like Gil might not like Jam. But you know what? It's cool. I'm fine with that. Like, it's not, because it's not about who's not liking you. It's about who's liking you.
Exactly.
And expanding on that. Because I think that's the biggest problem. It's like, you know, you got a really good girl, right? Okay. And then you go to a strip club and there's like 20 different girls there. But it's like, you know, you got what you need already, like at home. You don't got to worry about those situations. You know what I'm saying? So
once you're secure with your own self, and once you're secure with what you're going for, you're good. Yo, on that note, it's your boy, okay? Everything is okay. I'm in the motherfucking building with Jam Young.
Yo, what's good?
Yo.
Yeah, I haven't been in front of a mic, minus my own studio mic.
I mean, that's, you know why I find that great? Because I just got that whole tangent, and we've been talking for at least a good 45 seconds on good stuff. That's why I knew I couldn't wait for Quest. And I think I see that with people. Anybody that I have brought here, you can definitely see isolation has gotten the best of them.
Yeah.
So when they have opportunity to express themselves, it's fluent. It's like, this shit's been sitting here boiling in my mind for God knows how long. I want to get this shit off. Let me get this shit off, you know? Like,
but what I like you've been doing, I mean, like, you've been expressing yourself, I mean, the way you should. Like, people, I think that, like, for me, I thought quarantine was going to be crazy bad, because you know me, bro. I stay moving.
Didn't we all think it was really bad, though, Nick? I didn't say that anymore. Good man. Didn't we think it was all bad, though? Didn't we think when toilet paper was flying off the shelf and people were buying meat out the bugging and didn't we think the way they put it on the news, this was really bad?
I mean, to me, honestly, like, I'm not saying I
panicked.
Saying I didn't take it serious.
I panicked.
But I'm saying, like, to me, when they call it a pandemic, right? Right? So they want you, but I feel like people just naturally, like, go all the way to the right or to the left. Where you gotta stay and you gotta be like cool as a cucumber, bro, like right in the middle, like I bet. Like, people need toilet paper, people need this, but I have to see what the facts are, what's going on too, because like I think it's like it's like if I told you that the earthquake was coming, you'd be like, oh shit, there's an earthquake coming. Then you tell Quest, yo, there's an earthquake coming, and then it just kind of like now we all just like figuring out like, oh shit, is an earthquake coming or not? You know, and it's one of those things too where I think it's like reminding me like Black Friday, people just like run over each other for like.
Yep,
for
that's
shit.
the earthquake coming.
Yeah, and it's like
it's a ripple effect.
Like, bro, it's
that's
like,
on sale. That's on sale.
How much toilet paper you need, bro? It's like, especially the fact that like hand sanitizer and like toilet paper in the beginning of the pandemic, like it wasn't even available, bro. Like the Purell.
I know. I work in CVS, bro. I know. I saw how my boss, my store manager, was harboring Lysol for her friends and shit like that. I heard that she was harboring, so when her customers come in, she would give it to them. But they'd be in the office. I know. I saw the way people went crazy.
It's just, I mean, to
me.
You
said something on that alt right and alt left. Did you see the new documentary on Netflix called alt right an age of war? Did you skim past it? I got 20 minutes into it and it was really rough. It's really rough, man. You got this guy named like Richard Spencer. He's like a white supremacist. He's a white supremacist. I'm gonna do a pod on this one because I gotta watch it again straight through it. I'm gonna watch it again because I didn't even know what a feminist was. Call me naive, but I didn't even like. I hear these terms, they're thrown around. Alt right.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people don't know what those things are.
But you wouldn't even know until you have a conversation with a person, and I think that'd be the worst thing to call somebody. It's like calling somebody the N-word or calling somebody something derogatory when you hear their opinion and then they go to you, oh, you're alt right, and you don't know what they're talking about. You're like, what? I was just saying what I feel. Oh, you're alt right then. You feel it. You feel. What? I mean, there's layers, bro. You got alt right, and then you got alt light. You know what alt light is?
What?
They're okay with cannabis smoking. They're okay with interracial marriages. They're okay with they're okay with certain they're okay with certain things. And then you got alt right, where they're not. It's white. It's damn near Nazi. Richard Spencer. It's like, and then I can't fully agree. Like, I don't agree. The other side of it is crazy. It's not even called alt left. The African American gentleman.
But you see. Notice how crazy that is though. Like, not to say there's another like white man trick, but like the alt white is the side that is the left side, right? But the alt right, the right side, aka the right side. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so many like manipulation games. That's why the black on black crime shit too. Like, I was watching like a bunch of videos and I'm like, it's definitely that's a man-made thing. Like, they know such thing as black.
You seen the 13th, right? Have you seen?
I saw part of that.
I need to watch. All you
that
need to do is see a part of it. You know, the first movie they played in the White House was a movie of how they portrayed an African. It was a white actor painted as an African American chasing around a white woman, and they said how marijuana made the white woman turn. Marijuana makes the white woman turn and love black men, so we gotta ban it.
You know what's
crazy?
You know what's even crazier about that? So this is I forgot where I learned this from, but the prohibition was actually weed and alcohol.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So, but because the government considered weed African American urban drug, they kept that banned, and they brought back alcohol.
They weren't making no tax money on no weed.
And that's the crazy thing, because now, think about it now, right? Who's opening up these dispensaries and shit? How many of them are black owned? How many people?
None.
Exactly. So
None.
if minorities in general, we sell on the side. Right,
if it came from us, why we don't own it?
Exactly. But the thing is, like, they made it. They put, same thing with like Reaganomics. They put it in our hood. They did that, and then they control it, and they blame us for doing this shit.
See hemp, right? You see where hemp has gone now. Hemp.
I mean, I barely even.
You know where marijuana comes from, right? Marijuana comes from the stalk it grows on is hemp. That stalk, when it's not psychoactive, infused with all the shit, it's not marijuana. It's just CBD. That's what you see in the bodegas.
Yeah, that's what they're taking.
All right, the stalk that CBD on is hemp. It's the same thing marijuana.
Yeah.
So what they're doing, that hemp is 10 times stronger than steel. It's been outlawed in the United States up until last year. The first state to pass a bill to say it's okay to grow hemp is Texas. We've been getting all of our hemp from Canada. Why make it legal now? Because they're seeing how much revenue. Denver has blossomed
so much of that shit.
to the point now that they're becoming overpopulated. People saying don't go there.
It's a new hot
frontier.
I mean, to be honest, when I went to Denver, it was starting to gentrify. But I mean, that happens. It's gonna happen for one way or another. Like no matter what, if the property's cheap,
what do you
people
think
have
about
money, they go.
But do we really mind gentrification? Like like not gentrification. Do we really mind a new variety of people moving in? You know, like whether it be whatever your skin color is, that's gonna come with those people simulating with the other people that are already there. So if there's already people there and there's people coming in, we're gonna simulate, have kids, and we're gonna grow together anyway.
Yes and no. I mean, yes, in the sense of like, you know what? I'm not a pessimist at all. I mean, that's a lot. I'm not a huge pessimist. But like that was really optimistic, which is dope.
I try, bro. Everything is okay. I really try because nothing is okay in our life. Nothing is okay in our life, Jam. You got 100%. Corona on the right. You might get your mom and dad sick. You got people unemployed on the left. You got to worry about your neighbor coming in your house with a fucking shotgun because he ain't getting no fucking money. You have people falling apart within their relationships because they're staying at home too much, and now they have to feel that not all people, like I hear all these fucking luxury stories of the people with success and money that they don't have to work all year round. They work for 6 months, and because of their drive, they've been going so hard for 10 years, and finally, because of COVID, they had to pump their brakes and stay home. And now when they're staying home, they're like, wow, I didn't realize I got this big house and I got this beautiful wife at home. I'm loving my wife more and I'm loving my kids more. Yo, I love the fact that they got that. But what about the people that don't? We're in a mental space that's way more severe from being in a broke mental space. They don't understand that because we still have to go to work. Yeah, it's let's see.
Quest Diagnostics.
Yo, where you at?
Yo, what's the diagnosis?
Where you at? Open the door.
Yeah, what's the diagnosis?
Come to the back. Come to the back door. Yeah, come to the back. Yeah. Nah, just go to the backyard, the right side.
The right side, that's it?
Yeah. All right. Yo, we be back with Quest, baby. That shit is.
I don't ash in
You know what threw me off? Because like this.
There's ashes in there already, nigga. Fuck. That's what's
this
fuck.
what it looks like.
That's not ash, it's weed.
I know, but I'm saying, but like
it looks like
fucking weed.
Attention, I'm just like, oh.
It looks like there's mad ashes in here, nigga.
I just asked a little bit right there on the side.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, there is no ash in here, man, except your shit.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Except your resume.
Stop your shit, bro.
Hey, yo, we back. Everything is okay, though. Yo, what up? I got Quest. That nigga came through the back door. Pause.
Word. Yeah, word. Nigga, what the fuck kind of intro is that, yo?
Quest Diagnostics, bro.
Yeah,
it's a diagnosis.
I walked through the backyard, up the circular staircase. That's how I entered the whole living department.
The Instagram video that I sent you, Quest, right? The Instagram video where they pulled out the cucumber out her rectum.
Nah, man.
Yo, son,
I don't know if I want
there's
to
a
see
cucumber challenge going around,
bro.
and they pulled a cucumber this big out of a chick's rectum.
That doesn't sound.
I didn't even know cucumbers get that big.
My nigga, it was like this.
Yeah.
Yo, look at that, Jen.
I said, I'd be like, one time I went to a grocery store, I'm like, I'm like, when the hell did they make cucumbers this big?
I don't know.
Pause.
Fucking steroids and shit, nigga. I don't know. But fuck that. The hell? She must have been in pain, nigga. How was she bending over?
Yo, you want to see the video? I'll show you the video.
It didn't break in her? Like,
that
shit is like, that shit was in like a...
Yo, so what you been doing during this pandemic? What you been doing? Yeah, like when did you officially stop going to work, and when did you?
I worked literally up the last hour of when the restaurants were, still full service or like half capacity, whatever. I mean, mind you, I've been on my job for 6 years, so it was like a weird thing. Like it didn't really hit me. Like it felt like the last day. Like like it was like a the last day of school. That's what it kind of felt like. It felt like the last day of school. Yeah. But like. To me, I was like, you know what? I might be back in like a month. Like that's what I thought in my head. Like I'm like, it's probably gonna be like, whatever.
You didn't even think it was that serious, nothing?
I mean, I thought it was serious. Like obviously, if things were shutting down, but I thought like the month would be like, like whatever. Like everything has to calm down and be back to this shit. But then when that month hit, you're like, oh, okay, so this is we staying indoors for a minute.
Yeah.
Which honestly was like.
Like, did they permanently like lay you off, or did you get like furloughed?
No,
Like, are you
yeah,
gonna
no,
go
I mean,
back eventually?
Well, we
Like,
just had this
what's gonna-
conversation about clarification of where we stand about this unemployment feed. Like we just had this clarification. Like I'm an essential worker, so I'm working regardless. I didn't lose my job. I'm working regardless. Now he's been getting unemployment. Now people in the middle of that, they have opinions swaying where they feel it's why the hell should these motherfuckers get unemployment when we're out here busting our ass as essential workers. Now, on the other side of that coin, the big point that like Jam said was the same way like our tax money goes to like people that like get like benefits and aids from the government. You see, our tax money goes to that. Right?
Of course.
You see, our tax money goes to corrupt cops, right? Our tax money goes to all these things that we don't even know about, right?
Facts.
Now, for one time in a period of time, our tax money
Every
just
100
went
years.
to our tax money just went to people that are unemployed. And you know what's messed up at the end of that coin is that whether it's true or not, they might have to pay that shit back with their taxes anyway. So it's like, you know, there's we might all have to because, like I told you, the government's so messed up in a way, they might just go ahead and say, you know what? 75% of the nation had unemployment, 25 didn't. So we got to pay it together, guys. That's Joe Biden while he's sleeping. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know which way it'll sway, but I don't think there should be any anger to your fellow person. There should be more anger, if there is any anger, to how the government is just doing their things. I do think that there should be something for people that have been out here working, people that have been out here doing their things, and I do think that people that have gotten unemployed deserve shit too.
A lot of people though have been.
What's money? Is the money? Is
money's
the value,
not even real.
Is the value of that dollar the same now that you're at home in quarantine as it was when you were outside? Is the value less or more? Let me ask you something. Do you
It's
think
less literally.
But more people are saving their money though. You think
but-
these rich people are these rich people?
But I mean, rich people aren't saving the money; they're gaining money.
They sold coin. They sold Bitcoin. People that had Bitcoin sold it right away when this happened.
And our bitcoins, I mean,
'Cause people
I don't
trying to
really know about
harvest their money.
cryptocurrency, and that's a risky business in general.
Yes,
Yeah,
of course.
right.
That's just gonna
but
end.
in like the main world of not crypto shit.
How valuable is the dollar now? This pandemic.
Realistically, a dollar it changes all the time.
That
And-
1,200
and
that
it
people
doesn't-
got.
It's whatever.
Even that money that people are getting unemployed, yo. So what?
Yo, but like
you stack it. I don't
know.
So what are you gonna do?
I think of money as like, to be honest, like, and I had this conversation with Speak No earlier today too,
Shout out to
which
Speak
is
No.
funny. But
Shout out to Speak
we
No.
fucking
I got him on Friday.
yo, money.
He's coming Friday, right? I know he talked to you. He didn't mention it once that he was coming
we
Friday.
just listened to the album. Then
See
we
what I'm
just, like,
saying?
kinda
See what I'm
did
saying?
it.
And yo, what Bustelo Brothers?
Yeah.
I haven't got my ring yet.
You ain't
We
got
always
one.
chill. I think you've been. We gonna. Have
Oh,
a
I
deeper
thought you meant
conversation.
I thought you meant like
no,
jewelry.
No, no. I haven't got my ring like on the album.
You
We've been
haven't heard
chilling,
it,
but we
yeah.
haven't gone we haven't gone through it. But I think you've been avoiding me because I think I got your wife mad.
I'll take third. I'll take
She's
third.
always mad, man. She's always mad, man. She's always gonna hate when we hang out together.
Yo, nigga, but we hung out till like 10 in the morning.
Yeah, I know, bro. Like, she told me how I passed out that night, man, on my bed,
You mean
bro.
that day?
Yeah, that day. Oh, that morning. I went upstairs. I still cooked breakfast, and like 10 in the morning, I just like.
Yo, we
laid
went
on
through
my
a lot.
bed,
I still
bro.
got battle scars from him.
Yeah.
Oh, the scarf.
I
Oh
don't
no,
know.
look.
The 10
right there.
at 10 in the morning shit is.
Yeah, it was you punching shit, nigga. I
I
was
know.
like,
I always punch it.
yeah.
I always
10,
punch
10,
it.
10
But like, to
in the
bring back to the
morning
point about the dollar,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
What
money,
was
or
you
just
saying?
money in general. Like, money, it's just a form of like segregation, to be honest, man. Because like, yo, what is money? To be honest, what is this? Fucking paper, bro. Like,
They
who
made
said,
that
like
because of
who,
land.
like who in the world said, hey, I know what that dollar is worth. I know what China's money's worth. I know what European dollar is worth.
They needed a way to distribute.
They needed
power.
a way to say, hey, no, because if you're making this amount of money that you're earning,
You have this much of power.
now you're going here. Imagine if everybody was fucking rich, then how would it decipher from everybody?
Credit score
that
even
was-
goes into your
well, socialist.
conversation. Credit score is part of that too.
Everything,
That's. But I can't be. Can we really be that mad? You know where we can't be mad? I was just watching this shit called The Loan on Hulu, and to see how to see how these people live on the land, and I see Alaska too. Like I be seeing the Alaska show. See how people live on the land. They go fishing. They build their own stuff. Their daddy taught them. We on these shows. They never really get asked about their asked. No, they're not even cash, because the reason they're on this show is because they're getting a check or they're in competition. Like the one I'm watching is called Alone. How long can you stay alone for? You know, not butt naked, but in general, just survival. How long can you do it? You
Hashtag quarantine.
So the way
Is that for like $1 million or something like that?
it's 500,000.
Yeah.
But the way that my thing is that
That's before
these people
taxes,
aren't getting asked about.
Yeah.
Do you care if Trump is president? They ain't getting asked about. Do you care about a black man or a white man? They didn't care about. They're not. Do you know what they're getting asked to show their humility as people. What it takes to survive. And yes, they might be doing this for a check, but they've been doing this before that check was offered to them. They were just doing what they knew. Yeah. Survival.
Yeah, but
we've taken that money. Money turns our survival instincts primal. Money turns our survival instincts
that's why the
primal.
control tactic, bro.
Control, yeah. It makes us become primal, because now it's like, it's not only about a person wanting more or wanting being envious of another. It's how it's portrayed. Yeah. It's how, hey, you want this? You need that.
It's like dangling a carrot in front of.
Let's make this that simple.
And
you want a place to sleep tonight? You have to cut some wood. Mm-hmm. And put it over a trench. You want a place to sleep tonight? You gotta go watch that boar poop. It's fresh. That means there's a boar around. That boar might be 300 to 400 pounds. What are you gonna do with a 300 to 400 pound boar? Oh shoot, let me tie knots. So if he comes around, he'll get caught. Not on a one-on-one. This ain't Leonardo DiCaprio and The Revenant. He ain't fighting. Yo, come on.
Leo lost.
Come on.
I'm sorry if I didn't see it, but Leo lost.
No, you kidding? No, he killed the bear.
No, he actually.
I know.
But he won an award.
Yo, no. That was the only one he won, right?
He won.
That's the only one he won, right?
That's the only one he's ever won.
That's so shit. I hate that.
That nigga deserved it for Wolf of Wall Street.
They do that shit with Adam Sandler too.
I don't even think Denzel got one.
No, you're lying.
I think either he has one or
I think
he got one for Man of Fire, maybe.
I think he has one for Man on Fire. Yeah. No,
but like, come on,
that or
think
Training
about
Day. That or Training Day. I'm not sure. I think it might have been Training Day.
How many roles does dude have? But that's just what it is, bro. Nas don't have any Grammys.
15.
Yeah.
No, at least 15.
Academy Awards.
No, but awards though. We need
Oscar.
Academy. He has
two Academy Awards.
Yeah.
Two.
And I think it was Man Out.
Yeah, Training Day.
Oh no, Glory and Training Day.
I don't remember seeing Glory.
I knew Training Day was definitely.
He been nominated 15 times. Yeah.
See, that's why I do this. Because I loved it. I was telling you.
You know this.
I've gotten so much better with being better. Like a lot of things have occurred over the past like couple of weeks. So like I've been learning how to, even if I'm dealing with it emotionally, trim off my edges and be a lot sharper. You dig? Like I don't want to be off on anything. I told him
That's what
the
internet's for, bro.
It is smart. It is smart.
That's literally what it's there for.
I know. But it's not only about being smart, but it's about actually doing it. You know, a lot of people, I love to see people excel in certain areas because that teaches me. I want to learn how to do that. But when you're around those people and they're like lost in what you're doing, I kind of feel bad for them. Like they should know these things too. I know it's not all part of people's path, but I think everybody should have a grasp about what's going on around them. You know what I mean? You should want to know what's going on, not just have your head in the clouds. A lot of people have their head in the clouds right now. Even going to the supermarket and shop. People, it's like they're mindless. I think people got more mindless during this COVID. You really
but I also think that, I always think about self-responsibility, and I think that's also on you.
They definitely forgot how to drive, I'll tell you that.
I feel like there's also more cars on the road. Like all these people that didn't drive, now they got whips because of...
I don't know. While I've been on the road since this happened, I ain't gonna lie. At least up until right now, yeah, there's been like 20% of what normally is on the road.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Like, yo, it's been amazing. But
I'm saying now that phase
they can't drive though.
People are like, yo, I'm driving.
People haven't been driving right for Yo, what do you think about it? What do you guys think about it? Cause this is great. I got two artists in here, so it's great. What do you guys think about the conversation that's going around that 50 and Josh should have a versus battle?
I don't like that.
10 songs. Who would win?
10.
It's gonna be 50.
I mean, what's the who has more hits out of the who has bigger hits?
50 versus Ja, 10 songs.
I mean, because I'm gonna be honest with you. So the first one I watched front to back was Luda and Nelly. Because for me, I think Ludacris is one of the most underrated rappers in general,
Yes,
and
sir.
then especially from the South.
Yes, sir.
But I had almost every Ludacris album growing up, and I also had Nelly up until the double album. I had the first two on repeat all the time. So when I looked at the list, I'm like, yo, Nelly's gonna win. I mean, Nelly's gonna win this. To me, he had just bigger records. But when I saw the verses, it didn't deliver the same way. You know what I'm saying?
Good way to
And I
look
think
at
that
it.
also because sometimes some of the hits.
They're not real hits.
They don't hit the same. They don't hit.
They
the
don't
same all
hit.
the time.
Them
You know
hits
what I'm
ain't
saying?
hitting, nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and some of the, you know what I mean? Like for example, the State Property joint, I got the hit, the mic. Yeah, that's classic. And Nelly was on a remix. People forgot about that, and I forgot about that. I was in the living room grabbing a beer, and I'm like, oh, I forgot Nelly was on a remix of this shit, and it kind of brings back all these memories. But then there's also other songs where Nelly pulled something out of his category. Where
So
I'm
you think Nelly won
know.
that battle?
No, I think Luda did, but
Okay.
I thought Nelly was gonna win.
Okay, okay.
So with the 50 and Ja, I think off the top, I would say 50, but I think
You wouldn't be
Ja's-
surprised.
But I think it also depends on we talking features too, or we just talking about just their songs?
I'm talking to what?
Because
the
people
best things
forget
we've
that
heard them on.
Ja Rule
Ja Rule
is
was
on
with some Jay-Z
some
songs.
big
Yeah,
records, man. So
Yeah,
that's why,
but even if
Good, you got
even-
flows.
and honestly, lyrically,
I don't
What
know.
you ain't know?
I think
girl, and Miss Emma.
I think 50 and Ja are not that off lyrically, bro.
Really?
Yeah. If you really look at it, because
I think
of
50's
how
pen
the
game
lyrics-
is deeper though.
Yeah, for sure.
Of course, because.
But I
of
also
discography.
think that
Yo,
because 50 was more street and he also had been through some shit. I'm not saying Ja didn't go through some shit, but I'm saying 50
Oh nah,
near-death
yo,
experience.
but you remember back in the day,
Getting
Murder
dropped three
Inc.
times,
had
getting
it.
dropped 3 times while Ja had DMX on the side, Irv Gotti on the side. So 50 came from that I'm coming after everybody. I'm just more hungry than everybody. So in those beginning records, Power a Dollar, Get Rich or Die Trying, Some of the Massacre, a lot of those songs are deep. But after that, he kind of he does 1, maybe 2 records on his thing, and the rest of it is fluff. But with Ja, Ja always had some storytelling shit in his album all the time. Those weren't the popular joints.
No,
Yeah, but you then,
I think it's
see,
just
but then you
different
also
eras.
you guys are also kind of forgetting the G Unit albums, nigga.
Oh, yeah, nah,
he made
they
that,
did.
nigga. The
Nah,
Beg
yeah,
for
yeah.
Mercy.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
yo,
for
people
sure.
forget, son. Beg for Mercy's fucking. That's
honestly,
like a
TOS.
That's what
yeah, Terminate on
My
sight,
nigga,
bro.
yo,
That shit is hard body, son.
So 50, right? So 50 was selling his
But
album.
50 was more of a producer
50
than
was
me.
selling his album for $5, $10 on the streets.
Out the truck.
Yeah, and they got
Yeah.
wind of it, and they couldn't do it no more because the numbers were too big.
Yeah.
The numbers were too big. They
That's
couldn't hide
happened to
it.
Luda too with the
Yeah,
with
Luda,
the incognito.
but Luda was a genius because Luda was a DJ on a radio station.
Yeah.
And he would spin his own music, and he was DJ whatever, but his name was Ludacris the rapper. So DJ whatever would spin Ludacris. He was genius. And you know what song? You know where he would go? He would sell his CDs, like you said, out at the strip club. He would pay these DJs.
Well, that's
to play,
how
'cause
Atlanta,
those were-
that's
why
how
strip
Atlanta
club-
breaks records, bro.
And that's probably Atlanta's probably the root of strip club music. If we're being honest.
I would say Texas might fight you on that, but
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
gonna go-
fine. Okay, fine. Houston.
And
yeah,
also,
you're right.
and then
You're right here, Bun B. When you say that,
I would say it's Texas, Atlanta, and then Florida, and but also then you also it's hard because then Louisiana's gonna get tight at you, and because they got their own bounce of strip club music, and then
I get
and then come on what's that what's the records from 50? Who am I thinking from
3-6 Mafia.
No. Memphis has some shit too.
Or
but-
Florida.
Yeah,
808 Florida.
yeah.
You mean?
But
Pretty Ricky,
those, Doodoo, not Doodoo Brown. What's the big record? The one that fucking French Montana sampled. It was French.
I'm really down for you. That
No,
one?
it was French. Drake, Lil Wayne. Don't stop. No, that
Oh,
shit.
okay.
I forgot what the.
Don't
I'm
stop
blanking.
about that.
Yeah,
I got you.
That's
Oh,
those are Florida records, bro. Florida. I mean, the South was
Nah,
always
but
about
Florida,
partying.
Florida,
No,
yeah,
yeah.
South's always been about partying. You're right, and we always had
And we hated that.
Not that we hated
No,
it.
not that
I'm
we
not
hate
around
it.
weed, but like a lot of New York people, you remember? I mean, you
You're
remember
right, though.
2001,
We used to shit on it.
2004.
We used to shit on it.
We used to
shit
get
on it.
tight, bro.
We used to shit on it.
Well,
but at the same time,
I wouldn't get tight though. But you know what? I didn't. It brought weight. You know what? You know why New Yorkers got so tight is because the New York radio stations was playing that music more than they were playing New York music. You gotta understand, there was a point in time where there was only people forget that there was a point in time where Quiet Storm was on the fucking radio, Nas's like was on the radio, and then there became a point in time where
was that a record label thing or was but let's think about this.
To be honest, think about this. Like, regardless of who's rocking,
I don't think it was more popular.
You think it was the record labels?
What I think it was,
I think it's more popular. You go first.
I think it was just the clubs.
That's the people.
That's what he just said. Popular.
Yeah. But like, no,
you're saying the same thing.
You said record labels.
No.
I asked.
What I'm saying is,
I was asking, do you think it was just the fact my record label's bigger? I'm gonna push this song.
Yeah, but why?
The same way to break the records.
But like, why is it more popular? Only because now they have a bigger platform.
Like you said, the club.
What?
The club made it popular.
But
the club made it popular, bro. The radio station.
Kids always make it popular, though.
Yo, but how are they getting this music?
Who said that though? Pac said it, right?
Yeah, but they have to hear it from somewhere, right? So there's only two ways to really listen to music besides the radio station, right? You know what I mean? Because like the parents are not buying the album for these kids.
Not no more.
You know what I mean?
Not no more.
Now, because now the radio station, there's already a path for the radio station.
No. I'm saying there's you have to dial back on. There's only certain ways kids can listen to music. You know why? Because now with what TikTok did, now with what the Gram did, now with those, like for me particular, because I don't fuck with Twitter, all these kids put me up onto music, and the ones that I like, I put them in my playlist because I stick with the times, and it's a bop. What the fuck these dudes are saying, I really gotta focus, and sometimes it's dope, and when it's not, I delete it.
No, yeah.
But when they're saying dope shit, there's so many. It's not just.
But that's what I mean.
It's so many more different to get that music out, bro. It's so many more now.
Like you said with the Mobb Deep, like now it's like that was the era where that was popping. But like once they started transitioning, like I'm not saying Jay-Z's the one that did it, but like the Money Cash Hoes type vibes, like that was Big Pimpin'. Like who does Big Pimpin' feature? UGK.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like in the South, if think about it, if the whole South is bumping this one record, right? And the North is not playing that record, you're losing spins. People aren't paying attention.
Yep.
But now you're the Mecca. You're supposed to be the biggest thing. You got to keep up with what's going down. And if that record's bigger than Mobb Deep and 50 Cent, like if that Southern record is bigger than that, you're gonna play that Southern record.
Yeah, but see, then that's what my issue was, because people always complain, especially real hip hop enthusiasts. They always complain, they never hearing the records on the radio, is because you know why? They're not playing it on the radio because obviously it's more popular, right? But then.
Yeah,
but then now now let's understand that for a second. Is it really more popular though? Now if they ever took a census, there's a lot more fucking adults who want to hear certain songs than there is kids. You telling me?
I agree, but who's being vocal about it?
I'm pretty sure the adults are, but you think they're gonna listen to them? Why? Because who's gonna grow older? Where's the future at?
The
future's with the kids.
Let me ask you
Future's
something.
with the kids, bro.
How often are you on your social media? How often are you on your social media? Because these kids are robotic to it. These kids are robotic to seeing a song, hearing a song.
No, well, we can't even compare. We can't even compare right now.
I'm even talking about like 2000.
Yeah, 2000. We're talking about 2000.
I thought you were talking about now.
Nah, right now is a totally different ball game, my nigga.
Yeah,
this time right now, nigga. Like,
in 2000 it was for adults. BMF. It was all of us. Come on, we loved the thugs.
I don't think it was. I think it was more. It wasn't more for adults because we were kids. It was more for the kids, and then whether or not we made a decision to like it and dislike it, we did. But then who did that?
If you're playing a Ludacris record in your crib, you don't think your parents are hearing that? And regardless if they tell you,
because you
can't
got
listen
headphones.
to it, even though you can't say you can't listen to it, sometimes like you know what I'm saying, they're listening to a lot of these things, man.
I know, but you have headphones.
Disqualify you like, boom. One of my first rap songs. My first rap song was Super Thug. All right, but one of my first like albums, like my first rapper that I really like fuck with was Pun, and it was because of I Don't Want to Be a Player, and my mom would bump it.
Yeah. 100%.
And like my father bump it, and like I know I got Spanish roots, but I'm also Chinese. I'm also Chinese. Rap crap, as my stepfather calls it, rap crap. You know what I mean? Like that you couldn't always get away with it.
No, for sure.
I would get away with it, but you couldn't know it. In your house, was music ever withheld from you?
Me and my parents never liked the same music.
But did they ever tell you stop listening to music?
Mine is like the popular shit, like in like Spanish. We're all Spanish, so you had the Spanish records. You know what I'm saying? And then like it would either be like in my household, like Michael Jackson, house music, like stuff that was like easy and popular. But like when I got into Eminem, bro, like I remember my mom. She was young. She's probably like around my age now, and I was like going to the store asking her to buy Marshall Mathers LP. She not know what listening to. She was like, she just said it's parents of advisory. I don't know why, whatever. And she gave it to me, and then I got hooked, right? So then I got Slim Shady LP, and then my pops. I was living with my pops.
I love wait. You see how easy? You see how that easy? I don't think kids have heroes like that. All we needed was that one album from that guy, right?
Yeah.
And for them it's one song though. That's what's crazy.
For them it's one song, and you will love the guy forever. Whatever he does, you ride his fucking Johnson.
Some of it, yeah.
Nah. You don't.
These kids nowadays, yes.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm
I was talking about. No, we're
Man,
comparing.
these niggas don't even know what loyalty is. These little niggas, you know what I mean? So we can't compare these new dudes to like whatever, like, but then you can though, because because there is a certain breed of these little niggas that I do fuck with. That, you know what I'm saying? They do.
But okay, but
you know what
for
I mean?
example, like, all right, you could hate on Lil Uzi Vert or Young Thug or.
I don't hate on nobody, but you know what? I don't. Granted, the music that we grew up listening to, that shit wasn't the most motivational music, but that shit was kind of like real music, and it was people who were doing something with their lives. But Nas wasn't fucking popping pills and drinking lean, and you know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna say this to drop a bomb.
Go ahead,
but did you fuck with DMX?
No, of course.
What was X doing?
But I'm saying,
what was X doing?
X was doing X and a lot of other shit. You know what I'm saying?
What was X doing?
And a lot of these, like, just because I feel like it's because we're not accustomed to that brand of music, and they do these two things that we kind of like take a step back. But in reality, we all had that. Richard Pryor was a cokehead.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
no.
a lot of our heroes are druggies too.
No,
but
I understand that, man. It's just,
and he's a kid, so why are we judging them as we would a grown up? That's a crazy
no. But see, because I judge the people who allow them to put it out that way, because you gotta understand it's how you deliver the message too. Because listening to DMX talk about that shit, that shit sound like he didn't even want to do it. He's hurting, my nigga. Like, he sounds mostly regretful from his decisions. When Lil Uzi talk about it, that nigga like he having fucking fun. Why shouldn't we not do this? You know what I mean? It's not only what you talk about, but how it's delivered and taken in from the crowd that you're delivering.
Let me ask you something.
You know what I mean?
I've never done like super psychedelic drugs, right? But
you know, anyone mushrooms?
Nah.
Come on, Jam. Let's go on a fucking trip.
But what I'm saying is,
I don't do none of that shit, man. Because
but like, think about.
I get super high on
guys. I'm gonna take them on a trip one day.
No, you're not, nigga. Yeah, we'll go to the store. We're gonna come back.
We're going on a trip.
Let's say we all smoke together. We all smoke together, and we all started drinking together. Right? And we started making a session. Right? You don't think that we're gonna have a really fun time at that session? So these kids are, instead of being weed or beer, their choice of drugs are things that are a lot stronger, that even take you higher than the way we feel.
Of course,
right? And it's like, and we're going into they're going into the booth, and they're promoting these things, because at the moment, a lot of them are having a great time. Like Juice WRLD had a great time. He also made a sad record, by the way.
Did you see that shit on YouTube
but
that was put out?
But he said he was going to stop, and he had a season and died.
Did you see that shit on YouTube? Where he put out like, I think a year ago, 2 years ago, he's like on a beach chair, and he got his phone in his face. It's a 10-second clip, and he's like, I'm in heaven. This is paradise, man. I fucking made it. And I'm sitting there scrolling through YouTube, and I'm like, fucking uncanny. Like, yo, I was sitting there fucking uncanny. Yo.
But that's what it is. And he was 20 years old, so like.
But you know what question? See. All right.
I also agree the responsibilities on other people.
You know what's good?
No, I don't put it on nobody, man, because I want my sister to buy shit. I want her to buy my own Stillmatic album.
No.
And my Nas's albums.
I think it goes.
You know what I mean?
I believe the children are future. You know, along the lines, we, and that's where people are like. I hate the fact that you have to call it woke, but they don't really define what the definition is, man. The definition is teaching your kids so that your kids teach the kids. So teach, like, all right, I understand that. Yes, the way pain is represented, DMX represented his pain through doing angel dust and spitting about robbing people, and ATF, boom, 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 open the door, ATF, too late to take my girl downstairs to say he left. But then you got a Juice WRLD where he say, I still see your shadow in my room, can't bring back the love that I get. He's talking about killing himself over love. And you have your different representations of pain. I can agree with that much. What I can't agree with is that both sides didn't see the bigger picture of later change. Mm-hmm. Both sides didn't, because if X in his era would have saw later change, then we wouldn't have had a Juice WRLD in our era, seeking for his later change from now what these kids now it's like, it's kind of shameful when you hear a MGK, right? When you see him on a Hot 97 and they say, yo, but your friends are dying off of this shit. Shaking his fucking leg. I'm gonna quit when I'm ready. When I'm ready. It sucks to see a person like that, but then all of a sudden, you get a fucking record for that from that man with The Weeknd and Bruno Mars on it, and you're like, oh shit, goosebumps, electrifying. How deep does the root cut? Is it a necessary evil for us to? Like you said before, moderation is the big key. But is it a necessary evil for us to have things like that involved with us? Is it a necessary evil for drugs to be involved? To come from a broken home, a fucked up background, to come from insecurities, from to all these things that drive people, all these things that, like, bullying drives people. Is bullying of life a necessary evil in order to create greatness for us to embellish in? Bro, we wouldn't get a Nas if Nas's father didn't do drugs and wasn't a fucking saxophone player. We wouldn't get a Nas if he didn't live in fucking Queensbridge. Okay, we wouldn't. Is it a necessary evil?
I mean, unfortunately, like, that's just how life is, man. Like, that's why you said something before when we were off air, I think, about, like, you said you call it stop your shit, and, like, what was the other shit that you said? The other quote you had was
everything is okay.
Everything is okay, yeah. So everything is okay. That concept that you have behind that is like the world's gonna be fucked up no matter what, but everything is.
But you know why I did that, right?
I'm not explaining
my world became fucked up when them three died. My world became fucked up. My world completely and
for sure. But
dark
there's
place.
something that you can't control. That's out of your control.
This just came. Like, this just came. There was nothing else. Like, there was nowhere to turn. There was no conversation to be had. How can you talk to dead people? You can't talk to dead people.
I mean, if you take enough drugs, you might.
Nah, you can't talk to dead people, bro.
I've been to the bottom. For real.
Jam. I'm being honest with you. You know, I'm being absolutely honest with you. I've popped mollies for weeks on end. I've done it with alcohol. I've drunken myself to the bottom of every bottle. I've smoked so much marijuana in one night. I've lost thousands of dollars. I've gone ahead and put myself in situations where I'm in a hotel on a Craigslist stripper and I can't even have sex with her, but I paid $1,000 to have a conversation with her. I've been to the bottom of the bottom. Yo, I scream at the water. Expecting the water to talk back to me. Believe you me, like, I've been to the bottom. I had no conversation to be had, bro. There was no conversation to be had. That's why I figured, because I'm still, like, pumping my chest and because I can still, like, talk about it, everything is okay. And it just goes figures that my name is out of character and I spell it with an O and a K. I don't think it could have fell in any more better place. What?
So you're welcome.
But you didn't spell it that way, bitch.
I'm just saying. I agree with that 100%. And
you just know your calling.
But that's what I think. That's what life is about.
Did you know your calling?
It's survival of the fittest without any X factors to begin with.
Yeah.
And then that's when it gets even more fucked up. That's why people get mad at the government and all that shit, because life is already gonna throw you like fucked up curveball. You know what I'm saying? Like, people gonna die early.
And now you want to give us some extra shit.
Yeah, and that's like the crazy shit. So
you said that when you stepped off that stage at People's Lounge, you knew it was your. I had this conversation with him before when I spoke with him, when I did this with him, like third episode, but you said when you stepped off that stage at People's Lounge, you knew this is what you wanted to do. You had a perspective. When you said that, it resonated with me because A lot of people around me do, Jam. A lot of people know what they want to do. And it be bothering me. Like, it pains me because when I look at myself in the mirror, I sit there like, what do you want to do? You know when you want to do something, right? Like I fish. You know, when you want to catch a fish, cook your fish, you got to clean your fish. You got to catch your fish. You know, you got to go get bait. You have to have a fish. You know, your process, right? So it's like, you know, when you stepped off that stage, you knew what you wanted to do. How did you know how to do it? Did you know exactly what to do? Like, has that been your main goal when you stepped off that stage? I'm gonna be a fucking, like, cause I know, like, he tells me, like, when we all split up and everything, it took him a while, but it was kind of immediate. He was the first one to step out the box. I know you were a single artist before all of us, but he was the first one to step out of the box as a group member and put an album out. And not only put an album out, but put everything on it. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, he was the first one to go ahead and do that shit like that. Like, you've been respectful to the situation, but still you've been excelling in what you wanted to do. That hasn't changed at all for you?
I mean, like, coming off the stage, like, well, the craziest thing, like,
I feel like a part of your heart is missing, not being able to perform and not being able to rap. See, he wasn't active all the time. I'm a part-time rapper. You, out of all three of us, are the most active rapper. That's why it's like, I gotta get into you, because stepping off that stage, knowing you wanted to do, you're probably the most passionate out of all of us. If I'm being honest, not shitting on you, not shitting on me, but you're the most passionate. I feel like a piece of your heart is gone right now that you can't perform. Like,
I mean, at first, what really hurt me was, I think I invited y'all. I hope I invited y'all too. But I was having, like, my 30th birthday show at Mercury Lounge. So it was like one of those things where, like, you know, you ask for something and you chase for something, and God kind of gives it to you. So I go to this show, that my friend, long story short, I met this trumpet player. Shout out to Quinn, at my restaurant job. Okay. And he tells me he's playing a show at Mercury Lounge. Okay. And I've been at Mercury Lounge this past, like, 2 years, like, a shit ton, right? And I feel like every time I'm around a venue enough, like, somehow, like, I finally get to figure out how to book it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had that time with, like, SOBs. I had that time with, like, People's Lounge and, like, you know, a lot of Delancey. I went to, like, 10 shows at Delancey before I ever touched the stage. You know what I'm saying? So I went there, and, like, he was, like, they pulled me to the VIP section. Like, I seen the basement, all that. And, like, I felt like I was already part of the group, even though I just knew him from the restaurant. And he put me on to, like, one of his best friends who was performing. And,
right time.
So I was like, yo, I'm like, if somebody out of town could pull off this show, then if I'm in New York, why can't I do it? And I attempted to do it, like, I'm gonna call it a fake attempt, because, like, I got, like, 2 steps in, and I'm like, I never even sent the email. Like, met the bartender, got the email address, and I never sent the email, because to me, this part of the doubt I was telling you about is, like, you know, like, taking that leap. Even if it was just sending an email, just be like, yo, I'm just interested in throwing a show, because it's like, once you put that out, I'm interested, and if you get that yes, now there's stakes. Now you got to book artists. Now you got to book a DJ. Now you got to make sure that even if it's a Tuesday night, that you bring 50 people.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's and to have a big venue like that, like, people, bro, they have 2 shows every night from artists all around the world.
That's crazy.
Every night, that's how it was. So it's like that's a big level to me.
That's a smart promoter.
Yeah, for sure. And that was like, so when I told my friend, when I looked at it, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna book this venue, and I had this perfect date. Like, you remember Swayze?
Yeah.
The rappers. So they were performing at night on Friday, and I saw on the website no slot Friday in the day. So I'm like, yo, Friday, like, birthday party, perform, then we just get fucked up, watch Swayze, like, random in the city, like, lit. Like, that's like the perfect 30th birthday. Mm-hmm. Send an email, of course that shit's booked. But he's like, yo, I got March 23rd. And I'm like, niggas got my birthday? Like, they got my birthday? Like, I mean, that was Friday would have been dope, but it's like
meant to be.
Yeah, exactly. It felt like, yo. And then it was crazy. So I'm like, you know, I put so much effort in, you know, booking the artists that I did and having all surprises. I was gonna have, you know, Quest and some other people, like, come up. And and then COVID kind of took that away. So that really was like the performance thing that hurt me. I think the most. It wasn't necessarily about performing all the time, because I think it's about, like, now for me it's like quality performances. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but also I don't mind rapping to 5 people, because that's what it's like on the block. So if you take that mentality into the stage, it's like, what? So just because 5 people are in a 100-person venue, it changes things? No, it doesn't. Nope. You gotta still rocking out.
Yep.
So for me, it was just that moment that I felt like was taken away from me, because I wanted to, like, one of my favorite things. I know I'm like always all over the place, and I'm always trying to see people and like make sure I get love to everybody that I can. So to have a space where I can bring all those people together. I mean, we celebrate a couple birthdays together.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like when y'all came out to Sangria's for me.
Yep.
Like that was a big moment for me. Like 22, like, about to graduate college type shit. And then, we did that again, like with the, video shoots and whatnot. So to have this moment again, like another milestone with the people that, whether who shows up or not, the people that I love, I invited. You know what I'm saying? Like even if we met each other for 2 seconds at a show, and you always show me love.
I still met you.
It's like I want you to be a part of this moment with me.
I was taught, like, I see that a lot with you. Like I really get taught that a lot with you, seeing that, because you're always around. You're always like everywhere. You always seem to be everywhere. You always seem to be in a different stage, shooting a video, doing something different. And then I got this experience myself, like when I went on tour with V, like I got to see it for myself. I was just like, how do you mingle with people you don't know? Like as a New Yorker, it's kind of easy. You're either a schmuck or not. Outside of New York, there's other personalities to be found. And when you find them and you see that most of these people are like, oh, you gotta like put your guard down. You gotta learn how to mingle. You gotta learn how to maneuver amongst the crowd.
Yeah, for sure.
It becomes a big tool of the trade, especially with what we do. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people lack in that. A lot of artists, they don't know how to maneuver. A lot of people don't. It's hard to have conversations. A lot, like. I
mean, that's why I'm blessed that I worked. I mean, to me, like, I got to be a server in like a really cool place.
That's the best compliment you could ever have for yourself, bro. What? To be a waiter, like a waiter, or being a taxi cab driver. You're in the artist's lane. You're whatever your artistry is. You can paint. You can draw. You can perform. You can act.
That's why like 90% of us. I mean, 90% of people in the restaurant industry are those people.
Inspiring to be those things, and not only that, the people that do taxi now. People that do taxi now.
I mean, Uber, but also, I mean, minus like working for Uber, I guess you could say, you're technically your own boss, right? So it's like a step closer to like kind of like managing your own self and time.
Yeah, self-insured and stuff.
So back to like the performing thing, like that was the big thing. But after that, honestly, man, besides getting, I feel like all of us got drunk for the first week of quarantine. Like just straight up was like, oh, we in the crib, like. What you wifey or whatever.
Don't you think that's a form of control?
First couple of weeks.
Yo,
yeah,
don't you think that's kind of weird, Jen?
Yeah,
don't you think that's kind of weird? A clothing store, a mom and pop's clothing store, will have to close, right? But our liquor stores stay wide the fuck open.
But it's also because being an addict it also includes being an alcoholic. So like when you go through withdrawal, like if you had, how many people would have been more in the hospital if you didn't have alcohol? Yeah. Because and they wouldn't have been able to get service, bro.
That's the last thing
to me. That's like if you had addicts while people are in COVID.
I
agree with you too.
No,
but at the same time, those part you have to think about that. It's about the hospital.
I agree with you because I've heard of. Think about all the people that can't go see their psychiatrist and get their pills and all that. Yo, I agree with you more. Those people that have addictions that are fucked up right now, it's fucked up that they ain't getting the help because of COVID. Yo, that's just totally fucked up. I mean, but you know what's more fucked up too, man?
Yeah, but like now they're having like.
Don't you? Yo, I don't want to sound weird. I don't want to sound weird. I don't want to sound weird. But I'm gonna sound weird. It's not the alcohol, but I'm gonna sound weird. I can't even word this correct. It's gonna sound bad either way. Don't you think that life, nature has to run its course in some sense? We can do everything we can to prevent nature from happening. For instance, like Sandy happened. Now, all over Atlantic City and all that shit, they got these big ass fucking barricades now. So if it ever happens again, hopefully we can be better prepared. Dum dum dum. But don't you think? And I say it in a whisper because I really am empathetic and sympathetic. Like, yo, my grandfather died. My great grandmother died, not from COVID, but during the situation, maybe my grandfather would have got better help. So I'm not going ahead and saying, like, it's really fucked up when people die. Understand that, but nature in some sense has to run its course, don't you think, man? Like, yo, if you're gonna get sick, if something's gonna happen to you, if you're gonna get hit by a car, if a tsunami's gonna come, if a tornado's gonna come, if an earthquake hits, if the sea levels of the ocean rise, yo, there's so many things that could completely go fucked up that it's gonna happen. It's fucked up when people die, but a part of me really feels like it's bound to happen anyway. We've been dying longer than we've been living. You understand that, right? We've been dying longer than we've been living. There have been more people that have spent time on this earth dying longer than there have been people living on this earth. It's just part of the process. It's really part of the process. As much as it sucks, it's a reality.
No,
I don't
sure.
think we'll be able to feel it until that meteor's coming. Until we see some shit coming out the sky, B. Until some shit is coming out the sky. Or until somebody really fucks up worse than COVID. Because you know they have shit like they say they have the shit like, what's it called? Like NARPA that fucks with the DARPA that fucks with the weather. HARPA that fucks with the weather. You know, in Dubai, I know he would. I know somebody would. But that's why I looked at the computer like, do it. No, but you see him do.
The glasses fool you, man. He's smart.
Nicky, don't let the glasses fool you. He got the information coming through his side like Tony Clark. Bosh.
Bro.
Yo, in Dubai, they changed their weather to get more rain because it was too dry. Like, yeah. But because those Saudis got that money to move the earth like that. You know, don't.
Well, what the theory behind HARP is that it's supposed to be satellites out in outer space that basically controls the functions.
The reflection of the sun of the earth.
Well, it controls the function of the sun, but it also determines, like, if it basically can tell with the clouds what to do.
Yeah.
So now I want the clouds to be really big right now, just so I can create rain right now. Well,
so everybody could go shopping on Thursday and Friday because I'm saying it's a big rainstorm happening in New York. Yo, and you know what's crazy? Doing Pepsi, I can see those analytics because I can tell you, if I go on my analytics, I can go ahead and tell you what will sell next week based upon what's sold over the past couple years based upon this sale.
Oh, when's the last time?
Sure. All over on computers, right?
When's the last time there was like a bad weather 4th of July or Memorial Day?
I feel like
they won't give that to us.
No, they will.
yo, class, don't start.
Like in the past, like 10 years,
get kicked off of YouTube.
Don't
start.
All right.
I love this shit. Hey,
I'm just saying, like in the past 10 years, I only remember like one probably each. Other than that, every year on 4th of July, I'm fucking drinking in the sun.
But
every
also,
Memorial Day, I'm drinking in the sun.
I feel like that's. I'm not saying that the clouds are the reason, but it's also like the time of season those things are.
No,
like,
it could happen like that. The probability.
They planned it though.
All right, when's the last time hail just came out of nowhere like it did just here this past couple months? Remember?
I don't know.
Hail just came out of nowhere.
Do you remember that time? Yo, just to bring it back. Yo, that day we were going like, and that was the first time I've
been wanting to bring it back with y'all. We're only like 45 minutes into
I thought I was
but...
gonna like die. I thought I was gonna like die this day. But Jam, like we weren't chilling with Jam yet. It was just me, you, Christian, Mike, Corey. Yo, bro, I thought I was gonna die this day, Jam.
Why?
My nigga, because like it was like the middle of April.
Okay.
And we were getting beer from, you know what I'm saying, from the store.
What car?
There was no cars involved.
We were walking.
Yes. So there's no cars.
That's really bad of a story.
That's why Quest's gonna die.
Yo,
if we don't drive,
so
I haven't
like,
seen Quest walk in like maybe 6 years.
it's a bad story.
I be walking, but that wasn't even that, bro. But like, yo, we were gonna like the whole plan was to just get. I don't know if we were getting food and beer, but we were definitely getting beer from the store, and we went over to Mike's grandmother's crib.
Okay.
We used to always hang out and shit for that summer, and then it's like the middle of April, and it fucking just. The sky just like turned purple, and it just rained
out of nowhere, right?
Rained out of nowhere so hard. 20th Avenue was flooded in 5 minutes. yo, I was like, yo, we're gonna have to like canoe because you couldn't even walk outside without getting like water on like fucking almost like above your knees, bro. That's how crazy it was, and I'm not even over exaggerating. It was so nuts. The rain was so crazy. I was like, what the fuck, yo? We had to stay in the store for like 30 minutes. Wait for this shit to stop.
I've been here with that.
Yo, wait for this shit to stop. But not on a flip like that. Usually you see it coming and then it just builds up, nigga. But not in 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like, and granted, this is probably just Mother Nature, but like that day always just stuck in the back of my mind between that one or like when I was in high school in like the middle of like I think it was like May and it fucking started snowing and shit. I was like, yep, today's the day.
You got a bad weather moment you remember?
I mean, when he thinks I haven't really had a super amount of those, but like the last time I got hit with torrential downpour was I was going to the gym in the city, and like it was crazy, bro. It was like dead ass fine, beautiful like dark night, and then I go into the train station and when I come out, I just see everybody like running down. To like protect. I'm like, yo, what's going on, son? I look like a tsunami in the city for like 20 minutes, bro. And I was like I had to I ran like half of it, and then I'm like, I just snuck into a bar and just chilled in the corner until that shit ended, bro.
I remember.
But in general, the weather's been weird.
No, but
it's gonna be weird.
But you know it's because the earth is changing though. The earth is changing though. Like we're going through
shit up. That's what.
But you see, they got the best since we've been in COVID. They got the best air in California.
Yeah, for now.
Even New York, They
got the best air because nobody's out.
China's whole shit got corrected.
You can't believe
Honestly,
China.
Though,
you can't believe nothing with China, bro.
I'm kind of down. Like me personally, this would be obviously like a crazy idea, but like every year, just a month, everyone stay in, fix, like help the environment, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, be able to, like...
We should have a people day.
Well, you're a
people month.
No, we should have a people day.
The people month, bro. People month.
Doesn't Europe, like, have, like... They have, like, a mandatory...
You know what's wrong with Europe, though? But Europe...
I fuck with Europe.
You know what I think about? It's not that I don't fuck. I fuck with Europe.
There's a lot of underground rappers who live in Europe.
I fuck. Listen, I love everywhere. It's not. It's a twisty. No, stop. Oh, yo.
You want the other one? Or?
No, it doesn't matter.
Yo, I fuck with everywhere. It's not that. It's not. I think about. There's a reason we came to America. There's a reason we left Europe. There's a
America's in Queens, by the way. Just
come on. Oh shit.
Q get the money. Q get the money.
America's in Queens.
Damn, this dude got knocked out already. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yo, Rosenstrike. Yeah, he got laid the fuck out. Rosenstrike got laid the fuck out. Look. You want to see it? You want to see it again? Yo, you can take a pause. Look. Yo, you gotta see it. It was 20 seconds. That's Francis
Nguano. What we were
Ngannou.
talking about though, so we can watch but talk.
No, this is all part of my gimmick too. I love this shit. Everybody drops their jaw. What was I saying?
I'm telling you, bro. You got me effed up.
It's alright. You can leave conversation. That's
We're
why you go.
talking
Yo, look, he's looking at him.
Weather, and then we started talking about something else.
Yeah, he was just talking about like the weather and like how it's changing and.
Oh, I'm just saying everything in general.
Oh, no,
that's
what the quarantine. We're talking
about
self-quarantine.
Europe. Yeah, we left Europe. We left Europe for a reason. That was the last thing I left on. That's why there was nothing more to say. We left Europe for a reason.
I think we left Europe for.
I tell you. I did my history.
I know. I'm gonna be honest with 3 things.
Go ahead.
One was guns.
No.
I'm gonna tell you why. First guns, then it was land.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then, I mean, I guess slaves are kind of a part of land, but like basically starting their own community, like their own religions type vibe over here.
It was because of main reason was the last one you picked.
Religion.
Main reason was that nobody knew which way to sway with Catholic teachings. Catholic teachings are what drove Europeans to come far and find new land, and when they found it, they didn't just stay here the first time. They've been coming here since 1500s. They came down here first in South America. Cortez came here and he found South America. And when he left,
hold on, wait. He discovered that there was another continent called South America.
Oh, he named it. They named it.
Yeah,
they named it.
Just for the record,
they named it. They named it. Now, and you know what he did though? You know what Cortez did? Cortez, it's in the books, yo. They honored him because the Mayans thought that their gods would come from the ocean. Supposedly, these people didn't know boat work and how to sail the ocean that far. So when they saw these people show up with armor and knights
They were
and all this,
quarantining themselves to the island they were from.
they saw these people. They thought they were gods. They invited them in. They had different languages, no doubt, but they invited them in, gave them all these things.
That, though.
You know what the Europeans did? They closed the door when they met the top one.
Yeah, of course.
Yo, they slaughtered the whole village, bro.
Yeah,
like, and then after that, they offered everybody, yo, if you want to fuck with us,
and they go.
They took slaves with them.
Yeah.
They went back home to tell everybody what they got. You know what they left here? They left malaria and smallpox. I'm sorry. They left with malaria. They left smallpox. They left smallpox because the people here didn't have an immunity to it. So that's why a lot of Native Americans and a lot of people that were here before us died, because all they kept doing was bringing that shit over here. They kept bringing that, and we didn't have an immunity to it.
It's also, I mean, if you think about it, it's like if like China bringing COVID over to like I'm not saying start in China, don't do that Trump shit.
Nah, you said
but
it.
Like,
nah, you said it.
But I'm saying like,
nah, you said it. Say
we
it
don't
again.
know where it started. They came here, right? And like, imagine if they were immune to it and we weren't.
Imagine.
That's what it's
and
like.
they just start coming over here and coughing on us.
Yeah. And taking our land. I mean, China, we owe China.
Oh shit! You know what that means? Oh shit! What is that? It's a. Oh man. There was a quote today. I love this quote. Humans will always repeat their history because they don't know their history. I saw this
100%.
quote. I was like, man.
And they don't even know their own history.
Like, yo, we've been doing this shit for too long. Like, yo, we've been to think, man, yo, that's why that alt-right shit really bugged me out with that shit, because to think that you're different from me because your skin color is, and for them to stand by that, like, yeah, absolutely, you're different. Your skin color is. What? Because I listen to this or you listen to that or I eat this.
But that's a mind game, though.
Whoa! How do you even get to think like that? What's up, bro?
How? Because
are you not
you
that? Are you that
race,
dumb?
No, but because you think it's a superior race. Why else would you see if there's other land and then take it over? You could have went there and been like, "Oh, dope, this is ill." Like, nice to meet you. Like, what do you guys got going on? Like I said, with the same thing with the street beef. Mm-hmm. Right, the Europeans could have pulled up here and been like, "Oh shit, y'all got corn over here? Bet, like, yo, we got this shit. Let's barter. So now you can eat this and I can eat this and we can live like kings."
It didn't work that good.
Instead, right? I guess you can call it survival of the fittest.
Genocide.
They decided to do that, and like, I'm not saying Europe is. The thing is, Europe is better now in a lot of ways because they already effed up the world for 17,000 years, and they messed up.
But they're like the oldest documented history.
But that's why by now they figured it out.
Are they? Or you think they are the oldest documented? Like,
nah, I'm not saying documented that sense. I'm saying in terms of discovery.
Power wise, like.
Well, just discovery. I mean, like, what did we learn? I'm not saying they are the first anything except for colonizers, because what we read about in school is how they discovered this. Y'all didn't discover shit. It's only discovering because you didn't know about it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they did that and they decided to invade other people. Mm-hmm. It wasn't. Do we read about Africans going to Europe and trying to take that over?
Yeah,
and they honestly would have. If Africa had done that first, they would have killed them.
Probably,
especially with no guns back then.
Probably.
I mean, that's why I think white people are scared of black people, because they a lot of it is just fear the other and the fear that they're actually better at a lot of ways than them. And so the only way to control that is the mind.
I mean, and power. See, the black and white shit. It's so weird because it's in the yin and yang form, right? It's in the people. You get taught. For the most part, our parents, they teach us when somebody wrongs you, they wronged you. Our parents don't really show us the gray area that they go through until we experience it as adults. When we get to go through gray areas and we have to, damn, somebody did something fucked up, but
I also think we don't listen though. Like, if they told you about it, would you not try it? I think parenting is tricky because you tell your kid not to do something. I think, Jam,
that yeah, probably I'll have to go through it, but at least when I go through it, I'll be less confused while I'm in it, because my elder, my parent, I saw this for them. They explained this to me. Oh shit, I've seen this before. whether I was 10, 9, 15, 12.
I mean, that's
you
part
know,
of
like,
parenting, yeah.
and that's my thing. That if we were given a little bit more, then probably we would understand a little bit more. But it is a shame that things are black and white. It is a shame that there isn't a
but
gray
my
area.
thing is, how did that turn, like, just in general, like, black and white, like, that idea, like, you see how it's already separated?
You know who started, who on paperwork started slavery, though? Portugal.
Yeah, no, for
Portugal
sure.
went to Africa,
I'm not blaming Europe.
and they bought African slaves from Africans. African they would have tribes. So
And they
if
would
I
give
kidnapped 100 of your tribe members, I would sell them to Portugal that just came out. It's not like, they sold their own people to their own people, and then their people populated the world, which is so amazing. And I think that's why but they were oppressed in history. The same way, like,
that
you got anti-Semitism.
Well, you could say that about anything, though, because think about like Roman empires and Ottoman Empire.
Anybody that gets too big gets
and that was in their own land.
Look at the Spanish people.
Yeah, of course.
Come on,
bro. We always gonna have beef, bro. That's what I'm saying.
We I heard this conversation and I didn't really absorb it till like maybe 6 months ago. We get discriminated against because we are on both sides. A lot of us are, a lot of our ancestors were raped by white people. And at the same time, we're not fully black or come from a place of there. And then at the same time, what are we? It sucks when I see my cousins, right? Light skin, blue eyes, blonde hair. And then they come over here and they get called white people. And they get
for sure.
They feel that they're like, why would you call it like that? And they don't even speak English. And
but to me, that's it's an American thing. 1, 2, it's also just like,
even black and white comes from American.
Yeah, of course. I'm saying anything with black and white comes from America.
That's fact.
And
black and white comes from America.
And the crazy shit is, like, in terms of like colonization, it's always been like a gang, right? It's like, all right, like you and me find this land. But now, instead of us beefing, I'm like, you know what? You have your land, you call it whatever you want. I'm going to call my land, I'm going to do whatever I want. So you call your land Haiti, I call my land Dominican.
But I want to get bigger.
Right? But
I want your land now.
Biffy, yeah, but that's also the thing. But it's like, the language, the people that colonize you is what you are, right? Because we're Latin now. Why are we Latin? Why are we Hispanic? Why are we Spanish? Because those are the people that came through, and they took their language was called this. And that's what we are now as identities in America.
Do you think we can be one people?
Never.
Do you think we should be one people?
No, I think people just need to accept how other people are. And
that's what I mean when I say one people, though. When I say one people, I mean accepting. I don't mean like I mean accepting. I mean accepting your fellow person for what they are and who they are. Do you think we can get there?
The only way to... that's the tricky part, too, is that... Like, for example, like, everything that goes on in the last 300 years, it was all taught, right? Like, what the limitations of what we are taught are what we know.
Yeah.
Quote, unquote, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with, like, history, right? This is what Columbus did. And this is what this person did. But, in general, like, people are just going to always have something to fight about. I think that's what it comes down to. And then it's about... After that step,
I hate
step,
because you're honest though. Because you're right, they're always gonna need something to fucking argue about,
and that's what it is. Because like it just changed the narrative.
No matter
of what
how
they
much love you got,
is changing. The narrative of what you have is what changes. So first, it wasn't about clothes, right? We never had clothes. So what we argue about? We argued about land. We argued about food. We argued about fruit. And then it's like people are physically stronger than other people, and then people think smarter.
Your dick is bigger than another person.
Yeah, exactly. But they also try to divide.
You look better. You look better. Yeah. We
all have an opinion.
Oh, you're what's in right now. You're wearing this. Yeah.
For sure. And the thing is, like, some of it is, I think some of it comes natural, and some of it we're taught. And the stuff that comes natural, like, I mean, think about it. A kid, like, if they see anything without even understanding what's going on, they kind of start adopting that mentality already. You know what I'm saying? And they can feel things that, like, they can't explain. Like, if we're angry, they
understand it. Yep. They look at it.
And if you're sad, they feel that way too. If a dog can do it, a baby's definitely going to be able to do it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And because of those things,
and
like,
if you do that every day in life, that's what the child you make. You know, you do that every day in life to put your what you've created through a traumatic thing every day. Like, I understand. That's why I told you earlier that, you know, mom and dad, they're not superheroes. They are people, and mom and dad make mistakes. Mom and dad go through things. Mom and dad gonna go through their shit. We kids put them on a pedestal because we had no choice. We had no choice but to, like, that's my mom and dad, man. Like,
I mean, they wiped their ass. They did so
they
much
took
shit
care
for
of us. Look what they did for us. But I think if kids earlier would understand that mom and dad are just people, and yo,
But I don't even think
the same way
a
you
lot
see
of grown-ups
it.
don't even understand that, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's not. Once you have a child, you got a responsibility to the best that you can raise that child to become an adult and live a life. Live a life. Whether they become good or bad or anything, I don't really think that's a parent's responsibility. I think that to live a life, I don't. Yes, in a perfect world, you would, you know, give back to us and people and be a scientist or just do something good. But in general, when you have a kid, when animals have offspring, you think they give a shit about their personalities? When animals have offspring, look at the moms. Look at the moms that'll go ahead and take a bullet or go to court for their fucking kid when they know their kid killed. Look, yo, it's just an instinct. Look at the dads. Yo, I have so many stories of fucking parents like, nah,
But that's the thing is, like, it is an instinct for some, but a lot of
it should be for all. It should be for all. And the same way that instinct should be for a parent, that instinct to be for a child, for him to understand that those parents are just people. And maybe you're fucked up in the head because your fucking daddy touched you. Maybe you're fucked up in your head because your daddy touched you. You're meant to understand that shit. You're meant to and not be misery and put yourself in a fucking hole because that happened to you. My thing is that parents aren't heroes. Parents are just people, and they fuck up. And when they fuck up, as a kid, you have a fucking job. 8, 9, 10 years old, those jobs, I feel bad for these kids now. They're clouded on their jobs. We got lucky, guys. We got lucky to see our parents fuck ups and acknowledge it. Most of these parents now, their kids don't acknowledge they fuck ups because they're in screens. They're all in screens all day. They're in screens. Yeah. And what they see on these screens aren't saying that, yo, your parents aren't this, your parents aren't that, or kids, earn your credit score, or kids, do this, or kids, do that, or kids, yo. They're not getting the right message.
What about the parents that don't? I mean, what are the parents that don't know that? Like, a lot of the things we've discovered.
I get that, but I'm saying kids have a job too. You can go do it yourself. The same way you can go on the internet and look something up.
But that's self-responsibility in general.
I'm trying to teach that though, man. Like, I'm trying to teach that because, like I said, like
you could also only teach that so young, because then you gotta understand everything that you have to teach. You also have to discipline.
I don't know. You could yes. Yes.
So now, what are you gonna do? You're gonna tell a 10-year-old, hey, what the fuck? You didn't realize I was a fuck up, or I messed up the other night, or you know what I mean, or I woke up late for work. You know,
I get that.
No, you can't. You can't really do that. And then 2, it's just like when being a parent, you don't choose to. You don't have to be a parent.
You don't think you can?
You choose to be a parent, my nigga. Huh?
You don't think you can have these conversations with a 10, 11, 12-year-old?
I mean,
yo, Daddy, why you smell like alcohol?
No, it all depends.
Wait, Daddy, why you smell like alcohol? Are you gonna tell your child when your child asks you, Daddy, why do you smell like alcohol? And they didn't say why you smell nasty, why you smell bad, why you smell like alcohol. Because by this point in time, these things are right in front of them. They know what beer is. They know what drinks are. Why do you smell like alcohol, right? So you get asked that at that point. Do you deflect? I know what are you talking about?
No,
you be honest. I was drinking last night.
No, you have that conversation.
That's my point. See, that's what we have to do, though. That's my thing. And he's saying that it sucks that most people can't.
Yo, you know what I mean? Just like I agree with you. But what you said, it's also like you don't have to be a parent. You know what I mean? And when I mean that is because you have to choose to be a parent. You have to choose to want to build and grow with that child. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, you don't have to do that shit. What the fuck, nigga? You got deadbeats. You got fathers who don't want to be there, mothers who don't want to be there, both parents who want to be there. Nigga, there's orphans. Both of those people chose to have the kid, but didn't choose to grow with that nigga. Mm-hmm, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or that little infant. You know what I mean? So, like, you can't always put on them, and it sucks. I agree. I was more speaking to the people that do
that in their heart try.
But fuck it, man. Like, you know,
we ain't all we ain't
but you
all
know what,
great.
man? Like that's the good thing about life is because you never know who's gonna turn out to be what. You know what I'm saying? That little kid also has to live his own life. He has to. That shit has to ride. It has to ride his wave. As bad as it seems, you know what I mean? Like, so I grew up in many good neighborhoods and many bad neighborhoods. I've seen some of the most gracious and most heartwarming people, heart-loving people, families, parents, kids, in those bad neighborhoods.
Yep.
And then I seen some of the most shittiest fucking people
In the rich ass
in the rich neighborhood. Not even rich neighborhood, but just a nicer neighborhood. It's just like pieces of shit.
Yep,
you know, like and that can happen. But you know what, man? Like as your choice as a parent, and that's something I'm learning because I'm not the best parent, but obviously as a parent, you try to be the best parent.
I don't think there's no such thing. I don't think there's anything
Nah,
like best
no,
parent.
no, of course
That's what I
not.
said.
Of course
we
not.
can't hold
But
our parents. We can't.
but
hold
what
As
you
long as
have
you're
to-
a parent, a good at least as long as you provide for your kid and whatever the.
I wouldn't
basic
even I wouldn't even bring it that far, you know, because providing it just comes. Try. All you have to do is try.
But that's choosing to be though.
Obviously, you have to choose to obviously want to be there when you taking your baby home. You're
Yeah.
choosing
But
to stay
but
with the
that's all
girl,
of
and then now
society in
after
general.
that, it's all trying at that point
Yep.
because
Yep.
who knows what? Because when we were being raised, we don't know how to raise kids.
No.
Even when I was an uncle at 12 years old, or I've seen my mom had a little baby. People have all these crazy stories. Yo, I helped raise that child. Yeah, but you never raised your own.
Nope.
Nobody
Totally
prepares you.
different.
Nobody prepares you for that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So
It's a different
as
type
long
of
as you're able to try,
responsibility.
and I remember hearing, I forgot what it was, but as long as you're able just to try to do what you can do or whatever you think is best for you and your child or you and your life, you and your family, you and your friends, yo, trying is what counts, man. It's not being right, being better, being wrong, being foul, being fucked up. Yo, you're
I
human.
agree.
Shit's gonna happen. But as long as you try to do whatever you think is right, then at that point, just fucking
there's
ride the wave out, nigga.
There's
Like,
a lot of people that don't try.
And then when
No,
you
yeah, of
try,
course.
you unfortunately.
But I'm saying that in everything.
You
bro.
sink,
like,
though. You
like
sink
you said,
when
like
you
being
don't
a
try.
parent is a job.
Yeah.
Right. Like becoming a father is an act.
yo, man, that
And
shit's
then
not even a
after
job.
that-
It's just pretty fun, man. This shit's better than a job, nigga. I
No,
wish
but
I.
the job you love doesn't feel like work, bro.
Yeah.
And
doesn't-
that's kind of like just the way life is in general.
But I
bro.
do have it easy, so
People-
I do give
people-
it props to
people don't
April though.
try.
She does a lot, but like
No, of
you know,
course.
you know what I mean. But like just
But that's
being,
your
you know,
partner.
But it's also it's an understanding. It's a symbiotic
Oh, yeah, of course, of course.
relationship. Like you
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like,
partners
if,
though,
If
yeah.
I'm not good at free throws, but G is, then I'm like, yo,
I
G,
got
get
to
to the
make sure
line,
get
nigga.
that for yeah, get that
yeah,
for
yeah,
I'm
nigga,
saying,
you better
like, it's
fucking
all about-
yo, man.
A team is all about uplifting everyone's skills and not avoiding the flaws, but bringing the flaws up and accentuating whatever people are good at.
Mhm.
That's why some of the best cosplayers don't succeed in the NBA or the NFL or wherever because they don't have the right system.
Yeah, you're right. But they're the best number one players. They're the best one-on-one players in the world, but the right system don't work for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's and
Say
and
that
that's
to
what
say
I figured
this.
out.
Did our system boost our system that we had, whatever it was, did our system boost us to the next levels professionally for ourselves?
Like system like
Yeah,
the
that
government.
What we
Yeah,
went
yeah,
through?
what
No,
system?
us as a group.
Like a parenting system.
No, us as a
Rap group.
council. Like, did our system boost us up as individuals?
Mm.
Did
Like you mean when we were together, like when we like rap all the time?
No,
together?
since it's been gone. You got when you, like, I've been all on trusting my process.
Yeah.
So like, did that system of what we did, how either organized or unorganized, how up, how down, my disloyalties, all those things, did it help boost our individual careers, your individual careers? Did it put things in a better perspective for you guys to understand? Because everything that we're speaking about at the end of the day is perspective. You know, you have to give a perspective to your children. In order to do that, you got to have one, right? In order to excel and exceed in everything, you have to have a perspective on it. So it's like, I question, was the perspective of what we went through an embetterment for you guys' career paths, as far as being rappers, as far as being artists, what y'all rapped about, your substance, how hard you go. Did it help the situation, or do you think that what we went through hurt our situation?
You go first.
With me, personally, that's a good question, but I really feel like it really didn't do much, to be honest. Like, it gave me doing that music with you and Jam and you know, Fate for that short period of time. Like,
No pun intended.
you know, even my brother, you know, fucking, you know what I mean? Like, and whatever, even though how many,
Fate
said he want to battle you. Chill out. Fate said he want to battle you.
That nigga don't want it, my nigga. Like, that nigga could, like, write a verse and I'll freestyle it better than him. But, you know, that's besides the point. But,
yeah, both foul.
no, but like,
I'll tell you why I said that.
I'm just, what I'm saying is that what I felt like that really did do, and what I did love about it, it brought me closer to my friends. It made me meet a lot of people. Like, it got me to meet Wes. You know, it got me to meet Yan right before he passed away. It got me introduced to one of my closest friends. It got me to introduce to one of my closest friends who did pass away, Booker Brown. You know what I mean? Like, becoming the council probably was the best thing that ever happened to me, but it also taught me how to rap. It gave me that time to say, hey, yo, bro, you just started this shit. You're young enough. Work on your flow. Just make as many songs as you can. You're going to discover yourself. And eventually, I did. I knew how I wanted to rhyme. I knew how I am going to sound. So now when I'm writing my verses, just like, all right, that shit doesn't fit there. Boom, that shit doesn't do there. Boom, I already know what I'm doing. I'm counting in my head. It's like, now it's like, it's not even like, it's just a part of my process now. But if it wasn't for all those constant studio sessions, those constant times when we were writing every Tuesday or Thursday or going to Ed's, you know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't for all those moments, then my craft, my skill level wouldn't be as high as I put it right now, and I'm pretty sure you guys feel the same way. What if you wasn't going to Ed's every day, at least 3 times a week, or writing fucking 16s every day because we had to put out another 16 or another freestyle? You know what I mean? Like,
y'all always been like, for me, that has taught me, that makes me humble in every setting. I talk a lot of shit about, like, I challenge people to their pen and let's go on a track, and I talk a lot of shit, don't get me wrong, but if we're being honest, I talk it because I'm insecure. I always like being in close quarters with people that are, I won't even say supreme, but we're supreme to me. You guys are supreme to me if I keep it a buck. Like, we put us in a room and we're writing everything, or how we work and everything. I was just like, I have to try to put my output as much as they do, because their minds are already there to do this shit. Now I always put that in. Whenever I get on a verse with somebody, I make sure if I'm doing something, I'm doing it to the utmost, because I got taught that from you guys. Like, I got taught that I was always far behind. I always felt far behind. So with everybody, regardless if I'm ahead, and I'm always far behind. I gotta try to go ahead and keep up with the pace, yo. Like,
no, I think everybody has that. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z had Nas. I mean, had Biggie with that. Nas with that, even before they were friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wanted Nas so bad on that Dead President song. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew he was on that level. I mean, it sparked up a crazy beef, which hip hop is thankful for. But it also, you know, created a great friendship. I'm sure they're like really good friends now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they talk about.
But in terms of like, I mean, like the council for me, like, you know, I was kind of like you said, I was a solo artist before that. So for me, a lot of it was like, I mean, I always wanted to be in a group, but I always felt like most of the people, one, weren't as passionate as I am about it. 2, weren't as work ethic about it, and 3, I didn't think a lot of them were better than me. Like, and like, if I don't think that you're better than me in some sort of capacity, because, you know, I'm not great at everything, but like, you know, there's certain things that you see.
It's a
and
thought.
You need that vibe. And, you know, like, when we met, you know, we knew each other, like, cerebrally, like, we see each other in the hood and all that stuff. And when we, you know, did a record together, like, one thing that I always loved about you was, like, your energy. And, like, you talk from a place of passion all the time. So, like,
that's all I got, G. I ain't got no boss. I swear to God.
But I'm saying, but like that.
Facts.
I ain't got no boss.
I'll fuck with you.
I ain't got no boss. I agree.
That for me was like huge, because I'm like, yo, like, I feel like I have a lot of energy, but like, this dude is like, he's like me on steroids. So I'm like, yo, this is something that like I need to do. You know what I'm saying? Then you put me on a quest. And like, I remember when we did the Cold Night song, which is I think the first song we ever did together. Because I asked you to go on the verse. It's like, yo, I got a better person, and that's when also that's a artist respect one, to introduce you to another artist, and two, to put someone else on that record. That's like if Jay-Z went to Biggie and Biggie was like, nah, you know who you need on this? Yo, Craig G on this shit. Like, I love this. The record's fire, but it's better for Craig. You know what I'm saying? And that's like that's an artist respect. So when you put me that, and then you told me how nice Quest was, and then I actually agreed with you, I was like, yo, this is incredible. Like, I met people that like not only on my level but like challenged me in certain ways. You know, and to be honest, like a lot, like Quest to me still to this day, like he's one of the best rappers I've ever heard. Like just from a technical standpoint and storytelling standpoint.
We just had this convo about the dude.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I can't hype him up too much, but like for me, like as an artist, and like we're the same sign.
How he's able to say it,
we
too.
grew up certain ways, so like, you know, to find someone that's a little older than I am, but like on a skill level, like the way we have an album that no one ever heard, but like the compliments.
All right, Cole and Kendrick, chill. All right, Cole and Kendrick, chill.
The albums.
All right, Cole and Kendrick, chill.
The albums that we had.
Yo, can I get a feature?
It really,
It's called Year of the Ram.
it really.
Whoa, say
yeah.
something. Yo, all right, Cole and Kendrick, chill. I get the exclusive here.
But like that was a big, like I was just awesome experience for me because it was like you know, like I pushed Quest like, yo, this is my idea for this, and he's like, you know what, like regardless if he liked that idea, he's like, I'm running with it. Same thing with me. If he said some shit, I bet I'm running with it. Like, let's just see what happens. And like so many dope concepts, like the whole shit is pretty much a concept with bars. Like it's, I mean, we didn't.
I mean,
you know,
between
like,
y'all two,
me,
it has
I
to
didn't
be.
flow a lot.
Because you know you have to play catch up with him, and he knows that he got to keep. He don't even like. It's weird. I think inside, he knows he got to set a bar. Inside, he probably, but he will never admit to that. He's like, I'm just rapping, I'm just writing. I think full of shit. When you like full of shit, like full of shit because we have these conversations while he's drunk, and like I hear it in him. Yeah. I hear his real quest.
No, of course.
That's why he wanted to out of character.
But that's part of the Aries thing, and that's why it was great because like if you know, like I wasn't gonna write something that I felt like wasn't at least equal or better than what he was writing.
Yeah.
Like and that's the only way you make a really good music. Yeah. It's like you know what I'm saying? Like Nas rewrote his verse with pun. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like nah. If it's not equal, if it's not 0011, then we got an issue.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? And that's like good competitive. It's not like I'm hating on him. I'm not gonna put him down. It's like uplifting. And then as a group in general, like I really feel like I told you that the People's Line was my coming out party, but where I felt like I found a voice in performing was with y'all.
131.
Well, to me, the still that stands out was it's still on YouTube too. So if they ever
Which
look
one?
at it, when we did the Nas beat, it was a Nas beat.
What, Trash Bar?
No,
Trash Bar?
No. I'm talking about before that.
No,
I'm talking about
131?
like Fate was on stage with us. No, this is Bleecker Bar. Yippies. We was at Yippies.
Oh yeah.
Couture flipped the camera around. That show, bro. When we had Devon play the drums.
That wasn't Yippie Bar though.
Yeah, no, that was Yippie. Devon was on the drums.
Yeah,
that's
Devon was on the drums, bro.
Nah,
and he was random because he wasn't supposed to be on the track.
That wasn't Yippies.
Yes, it was. Bro, we got the video.
That was a different place. That one had actually a stage.
No, bro. No, that was Yippies, bro.
What's the name?
That had a stage because that was the only time Fade ever did a show with us.
What? Damn, we gotta look at that first mix.
Because that was when they even had the
Is
bleacher.
it on my page?
They even had the bleacher on the top. Lems was on the boards.
No, bro. I'm telling you, that was Yippies.
That was not.
Because you know what it is? Yippies did a renovation when they didn't have a stage, and then they got one, and that was one of the first times they opened up, and they asked us to perform together. Devon went on the drums. We went. And then y'all killed. I mean,
I remember that. Yeah, our whole set. That was
and
like
that.
Yo, that was
like
that was also that was a contest.
I know. I'm just.
No,
but I'm just
you
saying.
can put for the record, guys, you can put the council at Yippies and everything just comes up. Everything just comes up.
The first one, the council.
Got no views, man. Jeez,
Not that one?
That's not that one.
Nah, it's not that one, B.
Hold on.
GMC TV, Jesus.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, this is
Yo,
it. Yeah, this is
we've
it.
been podcasting.
This is it.
And I own this. I can play it. Fuck you.
Oh, what is this one?
Yeah,
No,
that's Yippies, bro.
well, there was this one, but then there was another one. We had a contest. That was at the New York Cafe. My bad.
Yeah,
I was thinking about the New York Cafe. Yeah.
Now this one was dope.
Oh man, I don't even want to see this.
Nah, wow, this shit is fire, bro.
This is,
Yo, look at it. I don't even want to see this. Yo, look at this thing.
I don't even want to
you
see
bought
this.
this
I still got that shirt.
Right there, I was like, yo, that was like,
Yo, pause this real quick.
Oh, what do you mean?
Pause it real quick. I want to talk about that shirt situation.
what, the
What's
mic?
a?
Or the you council?
Yeah, remember? Do you remember when we bought? Do you remember what happened that day with the council T-shirts?
Something happened crazy. I remember you told me because
My nigga, you got locked up, nigga.
Me?
Yeah,
during the day,
I got locked.
yeah. When I was going to make the T-shirts, you got locked up. Wasn't picking up the fucking phone call. I had all the T-shirts,
Oh,
and you
yeah.
showed up late to the performance, nigga.
That's why he's right there. That's why he's right there on the side.
Hey, that would be me.
Yo, but there wasn't this performance. It was a different performance at
Yo,
131.
matter of fact, when I put this on, I was just gonna put the whole video on.
It was the
I'll put this in the
performance.
corner while
it was
this is playing.
Yo, it was at the performance at 131 where I was like getting ready with the party with Booger, and I had the shirts and shit like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
No, you went to get the shirts, and then you like, yo, I got locked up, and then you got I forgot who got you out. I don't know if it was Eddie.
Was that with Johnny and Danny?
Yeah, you were Johnny. Yo, bro.
I was with Johnny and Danny. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
Oh, what is
that was
that?
when they pulled you. They caught you guys on 20th Avenue.
Yeah,
thinking
trying
you guys
to
were selling drugs and shit.
18,
Yeah,
thinking we were selling drugs.
Yeah, selling drugs. and
They
shit.
thought Johnny held the money, Danny was the drug dealer, and I was the one selling it. So they tried
Makes
to,
sense.
yo, we was in the 109. They tried to turn
Down
us.
now,
They
he's
tried to
selling
turn
it.
us all
Yeah.
on each other.
Yeah.
Nobody would turn.
Yeah, of course. That's how you always do.
So we went to bookings, and everybody got
Like,
out.
you think Chris is your best friend?
Yeah, like it wasn't even like
gave
that.
you up
They was like, no, we already know.
already.
Yeah, they was like, we already know. I was like, yo, he said that. And I don't know.
Nah, but man, me, I'm over here trying to get in touch with him. I'm like, yo, I'm like,
And I got
what the
locked
fuck,
up.
man?
Wow. And I still made it to the show that night.
Yeah, but it wasn't this one, it was 131.
It was 131 that night.
131 show, bro. That's why I was getting mad nervous. I was like, yo, bro, I don't know.
This right here.
Nigga not answering.
This is one of the council classics. And the Nas Light, what we did on Nas Light is fire.
Now look at you, you look mad. You niggas mad young, son. What am I, like, 23?
When I put this up, I'm gonna put this in the corner with this video.
Nah, man, don't.
So I'm dating folks.
I don't even want to see this.
Bro, it sounds so fire with the drums though, bro.
It does though, it does though. Look at 4-4-D and shit.
Shout out to 4-4-D.
Yo, shout out to 4 this shit.
V Handy Scribe.
That's just dope. That's just dope. That's just dope. That's just dope.
A lot of good people. We met a lot of good people from this, man.
Homie, just wait. Homie, just wait.
Talk to him.
That's coming, bro. That's coming. That Mississippi Parker. And let the beat ride. And then the way you get the drums. That's it. Oh, bro. I was hyped, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still hyped.
Right.
I think you're next, man.
Nah, Faith next. I'm after him.
Pay me. His verse was dope, though. I was impressed by Corey when I heard this shit. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I see why Quest and them up. Like,
Yeah, he can rap when he tries.
yeah.
Cool rap. When he did, we didn't even try. When he did to try. When he tried to do.
But I'm saying, bro, like you said, all you gotta do is try. But people don't try. Think about it, he was in a group, he didn't try. More than it had to be. Yeah, and then what's another thing about the group? Like knowing other people's lyrics on the same song, it's fire, bro.
There was so many different vibes though. There was a lot of different people.
That was like that Hey record he did, remember? The Hey record where we like talk about. It was on the first, like the real before the president, whatever that project was. I'm gonna get a little bit so I can put it on the right. That Hey, it was Hey though. It was Hey.
Nah, when I cut it up, when I cut Danny's verse down, put it in. I'm a monster. 10 questions, thank you for the president. It tastes so good.
She stole one.
Danny too, yo. Danny's a beast. That's why he stopped.
He still wants
all he needed was the flow.
he still wants to get on the song with me, but like
All he needed was the flow, bro.
I'm just waiting
If
for
he would have
him.
had the flow, he would have been the next like Prodigy, bro.
Yeah.
Like that. And he I love how you forgot the last 4 bars. I came in, tried to save on there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Hold up. That shit. I think that shit like threw me off a little bit. Like.
Look at Corey though. Let the beat rock.
Yo, shout out to Vaughn too for killing that.
Remember your
Gotta get hell no. That is haters. Get high as an aviator.
yo, Dan does.
Yo, you think I'm playing it? Like, yo. Bars, bro. Beat top. I should have came. I didn't have the mic. Otherwise, I would have been like, yo, can roll, pocket swole. Hard to understand. You call yourself a man, yo.
Now I remember it now.
Now we remember.
And that's another thing, G, yo. G would make sure they had the codables, bro. My aim. Duck in the game. I'll tell you, like, even in the video, I'm hyped as fuck on these verses. The soul in my body. Kamikaze. What? I was hyped.
One more, can we?
And that's what also I love about G. I know G heard me and Quest verse, and he heard me and Quest verse. He's like, yo, I got to write
Y'all don't mind
I gotta write
Y'all
some
don't
shit.
mind Y'all want Boogie? Can I get Boogie with us?
Hell yeah, bro.
Can I get Boogie with us?
This is when the Yippee transformed, though.
Yeah.
I like the old school Yippee, though. This is the basement. This is the basement one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You remember that? You had to go down the stairs. It was all black, the walls. They painted the walls all black.
I'm not understanding the logic of these incidents. I'm measuring out to get the inference. You commit the crime too. So how the hell you think this exist? The culture knows it does exist. These things got it twisted. Loyalty to most in life is prolific. I keep a tight circle so nobody
Quest like a fucking
and if you work illegal, make sure the money
Look at the
is
camera
your
difference,
mission.
though.
Taking
Now
over
we
the
shoot it from
world
my
is so
phone.
overrated. Difference between the bounty on the United States
with a camera.
since the day of my birth, been battling with Satan.
But also you gotta, YouTube fucks with y'all. It's on 480 over. So you gotta up that.
To those who feel the same when the problems in your face.
Oh, that's my birthday too. You put it up my birthday.
Yeah, nigga, yo, son, yo, we had some fucking time, yo.
Yo, let's get it, y'all.
Now the Trash Bar show was fire.
This is when you came at Ford.
Are you ready, Jay?
This is when you came at Ford.
Ford was bad at this time. Let's be honest. I mean, yo, Ford,
he
I
wasn't-
love you.
He was not the greatest.
Ford, I love
bro.
you.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, Ford is one of dudes. Mind-wise,
crazy, like,
fire.
Ford-
Time-wise, is a
But yo, Ford put me on to one of the best producers that I still currently work
Vital
with.
Signs. No?
Yeah, right.
Vital Signs.
Vital Signs.
Vital Signs.
Yo, Vital Signs is disgusting, bro.
Shout
Like,
out to being on a couple Vital Signs songs.
yeah,
though.
word.
First place.
Oh yeah, you were in a Vital Signs song. Yo, you know who? You know.
Seesaw, bro.
Yo, you know. Oh, Seesaw's dope. Yo, Seesaw's dope.
Yo, I'm
trying to get on first
right
place.
now.
C-Ray Wall's trying to get on first place.
Nah, let that man's rest in jail right now.
Yeah, word. It's crazy, son. Yeah, he's violent, bro. I read the article. I was
Shout out to DJ Poor Rock for making this beat, yo. Rock is my dude. The cash out, no doubt, know what I'm talking about. Actors. Like, so I try to.
I'm always there. I'm always hype. Pet game. Oh, man. Disaster Chamber is crazy. Puerto Rock did this? Did, right? Damn. I didn't realize we had any originals on this mixtape.
Yeah, we had that original.
Did we really?
Yeah, like 4 or 5 drums.
This is the best.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
That's the chamber, nigga.
He's cocky dude, one of these two.
Yo, look at this with no hair. Damn!
Look at you, no beard. I'm still fat though. That's why I started gaining weight. I started getting comfortable with shit.
Oh yeah, we didn't all do our verses for that.
No.
Yo, Quest verse on that also goes stupid, bro. Brother love this song, bro.
What is this?
No, is this it? No. What's the Henny joint with the Bob Deep sample?
Oh, Slow Feelings?
It's not Flowing Feelings. No. The one where Hennessy got me on how to act. You know what? And I can't.
That's Slow Feelings.
That's not Flowing Feelings. Flowing Feelings is the one.
I'm falling and I can't turn back. Lord forgive me.
Lord forgive me. Lord forgive me.
Lord forgive me.
Yeah, how I forget.
Yo, that's that song. We just put that out. Yo, let's put that
It's
out.
on the album.
Let's put a council album out on Spotify.
Nigga, we're gonna have to like fucking. Yo, we need all those recordings, man. I want to remaster it. Hell no, that shit suck.
Ed got him.
Oh yeah, Ed got him.
I know.
That's it. Yeah, Ed got him. That's
Ed
it.
still got my.
Ed got him.
You know, I mean, I love you, Ed, but I left it at the crib. I still. This song fucking ass with the horn sample. I need to hear this song again because this song is crazy. This is Ed produced with the horn sample.
Yo, son, he ain't take a breath yet.
This shit sounds horrible.
He ain't take a breath yet.
Ed produced this.
Oh yeah, cause I didn't even get to spit a verse yet. And no, but when I do, is when nigga fucks up. I was like, yo, what's going on, bro?
There you go. I can't turn back.
Lord forgive me, the Hennessy got me not knowing how to act. I'm falling.
We had a
I
good
can't
show,
turn
man.
back. Yo, we had dope shows. Lord forgive me. Lord forgive me. Back on.
Talk to him.
Yo, West killed it too.
Suffocate. Leadery. Things to be. I know you remember your first bitch. Look, he said, yo, he said, no, I caught it on camera. I can't avoid it. Vatican. Africans. Like a locks track. He was talking. He said, yo.
Cause I knew his punches.
Well, we saw trying to get us, but there ain't nothing left. And ain't bullshitting one way in and one way out. Don't get caught slipping. The accent. Henry 8.
That's also the
Bunch of bananas, I call them my apes.
Look at first that dope episode.
Yo, that's what question did.
It was always that. Yo, we would always meet up too. He was like, yo, what? You got me on my doubles now. I don't know if everybody knows.
That's what I told him, like, yo, you fucking fire.
I'm like, yo, but
No,
got you.
forgive me. No, yo, like, yo, Ed can't even hold the camera though.
Yo, Ed with the jack of all trades at this. He did everything.
Nah, yo, and that's why I want to call him right now. That's why
How is he? No, I just tested happy birthday. I mean, happy Father's Day.
Oh yeah. Shit, I know I missed somebody.
Actually, I was supposed to be going to Florida tomorrow, but I just like
Head over there. Like,
yo, I was actually, this is like one of my most nervous performances. But for some reason, I couldn't memorize this verse. Who? This part. And G also comes on
yours?
offer. He did like an 18 and a half, 16 and a half.
Yeah, he did.
So I was like, yo, but tell me when I'm ready to go in.
That's happy?
yo, he looked like a vato.
That's happy?
Yeah, he tapped him on the shoulder.
Yo, let me know when it's going, dog. Like, tap me. And then I'm also like,
Tapped him
yo,
on the shoulder.
but I also texted him, yeah, because I told him,
and then I can't turn back. Yo, look, sorry, yeah, you right, yo, you got me.
No, I fucked up the verse. That's why I cut like that. I fucked up the last 4 bars, and I freestyled. And I was like, yo, I told Quest during the show, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably not pulling this verse up.
Fucking monster, yo. Fuck, yo, you
That's actually one of the, I hate it.
I've been and I'm not speaking on my ass. I'm speaking honestly, but I kind of feel like College Point has been for the taking for a little while, and you've had people that have had their moments. Listen,
Shout out West Studi, man.
That was the first one I was gonna mention. I was like,
I feel
yo,
like he was College
I think
Point
he's
for a
the
long
best
time.
rapper. I think he's the best rapper out of this town that I've ever heard, next to like Yan. Cause I like when Yan passed away. Yo, you gotta understand. We had Yan's last show, guys. The council had Yan's last show.
131 or that was the one?
Yes, 131.
What was it? It was Bleacher. We did a show.
No,
at Bleachers,
no,
too.
no. That was my first performance. My first performance ever was Wes. It's a moth. Was Wes, Wes or you? I think it was Wes. I think it was you.
Wes did the show, but I told you about it.
Yo, you know what
I told you about
know
it.
what I did to get there? Nigga, I showed up. I'll never forget. I showed up in beige and white sweatpants, the fuzzy fleece ones.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because I told Jennifer I was going to 7-Eleven to go buy something, but I got a text from him and I wanted to perform. And I'm not gonna. My first performance. I'm not gonna tell her to come with me. I already snuck her in my house. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to the store. Stay in my room. Don't move. Yo, I didn't go to this. I went right next to 7-Eleven was Bleachers.
Yeah, it's right across the street, yeah.
Yo, I performed my first song. Right there with all, and the way they performed was so crazy. It was because it was everybody surrounding the person with the mic. No stage. A circle of people around a person with a mic.
Stage, yeah.
So that
Yan
was
and
my
West
cherry
killed that
pop.
shit, though.
Huh?
So Yan and West killed that shit.
Yo, that was my cherry pop. And then we had Yan for his last performance. Like we had.
That was when I fucked up my lyrics and I dropped the mic, right?
Well, you know what's crazy about Yan? Like, so Yan hit me up on Facebook randomly. Like, I don't know how what the age difference between me and Yan is, but it's probably like 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
He hit me up on Facebook, and I knew Yan from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
I knew him from College Point and all
Yeah,
that.
because I think Yan was around my age.
Yeah, and he was like, and Yan was like, "Yo,
Y'all the same age.
I want to do it." No, he's 2 years older than me.
No,
Oh, okay.
And I was like, he was like, "Yo, I want to do a song with you," and I was like, I took that as a big sign of respect, because like if an older dude that's been rapping a long time wants to do a song with a younger dude, to me was like, that was incredible. So I'm like, bet, I'll send you the beat, we'll make it happen. So he's like, I got the studio in College Point, and I wasn't living in College Point at this point. I was living in Elmhurst and going to school in Brooklyn, so that shit was deep. But he was like, yo, come to College Point, I got a studio. And I was like, studio in College Point? I never like heard of that shit.
Uh-huh.
And he takes me up Ed Steps.
Uh-huh.
And we did a joint that never came
Wait,
out.
wait,
but I'm gonna
wait,
play.
wait,
So,
wait, wait.
The reason why
It's
y'all know
Ed?
Ed is because, I mean,
You
besides
know
I told
Ed?
you, and I knew Ed
And it's because of
Yan.
Yan? Woo!
That's deep. I never knew that.
Wow,
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Exclusive right
He
here.
started all this shit.
Yeah, and he put me on at Ed, and like me and him did a song. I mean, you know, Yan's verse, I'll never forget. He said some wild shit in that shit, you know. But it was dope, and the record was fire. And like Ed was just like, yo. Also, I was what, like 18, 19. So Ed was like, yo, Like, who is this 19-year-old rapping with? You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably knew Yan from the block for, like, years.
Yeah.
And then not only to bring him to this first time Ed's having a session, but, like, he's a young kid just, like, I mean, you see my passion. Y'all know about it. Like, to have that, it was like, yo. And then, like, when I met y'all, it was like, talk about sharing the wealth, man. It's like, if I got this knowledge, I want to share it with y'all, And I was like, yo, I got the studio in our hood where we rep, where everything is, like, popping, who's it popping, ENT, popping everything. You know what I'm saying? And, like, you talk about College Point, like, one day, I mean, one of my dreams, I wouldn't call it farthest dream, but my crazy dream is to name 130th after me. Like, that's what I want in the future. But I also want to come back to the neighborhood, like, when I have big enough pull, like, throw a show here and invite everyone that fucks with me from the city, outside the city, whoever pulls up, and, like, show them, like, our neighborhood. Because College Point either has, like, an industrial rep or it has a shitty-ass rep from people doing dumb shit in here.
Facts.
And, like, I think, especially as being Hispanic, like, I feel like the Hispanic kids in College Point, like, we was, like, we were hidden from each other until, like, 13, 14. And then it was, like, you just see him you just walk past, like, 20th and be like, yo, there's another Spanish kid on the block, right? Shooting hoops or doing some shit. And then you automatically became friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so to be Hispanic from a neighborhood that wasn't really like that, and people don't really know about. Like, we get skipped over. It's like, oh, Bayside, Whitestone. Flushing. Like,
You don't know CP.
And rich people know Malba. So the only reason College Point is, like I said,
Malba.
those two things.
Yep.
And,
Whitestone.
And to bring people back and show them, like, where we started.
It's like the unforgotten town. And
Yeah.
this is why, like, I would love to live here, yo. Like, I've always, like, and to be honest, like, just living in College Point, this is the only time I got a chance to actually grow. Like, I went to, like, 4 elementary schools before I went to PS29. You know what I mean? So, when I actually came into 6th grade in College Point at, like, 12 or some shit, you know what I mean? But I got let back, so I was probably 13. That's why I had a mustache. But you know what I mean? But, like, I came here.
You had a mustache because you shaved
Yo, bro.
He was just...
Nah, he kept shaving it. Nah, he shaved it.
No, I did. I only shaved it once, and that's
And
a
now he
whole.
regrets
That's a
that
whole
moment.
nother.
He's
That's a
like,
whole nother
"Damn."
story, and it wasn't even me, nigga. It was my cousin, bro. But yeah, that's a whole nother. That's a Nicholas story, nigga.
Nicky did that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. But like to come to a town and like live in the town for all those years and establish like relationships with the girls, the guys, the friends, the best friends, the downfalls, the turmoils, the good of it, the love of it. You know what I mean? Like the bad. Like I got fucking horrible memories living in College Point, but I have a lot of good ones too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like
100%.
when I go down here, it's just like it's straight up like memories. It's just like and I don't know if that's something that I didn't know that April probably doesn't want to be around, or like just she knows that my history here, which it's not as much as I'm bringing it to be about, but I do have history here. You know what I mean? Like, and I love my history to be here.
Like that.
It is
portion.
like, and I would love to come out here and like own a house and fucking just grow up, and then have my daughter know, yo, this is where I grew up at. You know what I mean? And maybe if she feels the same way about her own neighborhood, which is fine, but whatever neighborhood I do go in, I'm gonna own that shit too. So whatever, like, you know what I mean? That's it. We came in. Now I'm not taking it over, but I'm here to stay. And you know what I mean? I'm a friendly, but I want to let y'all know I fuck with y'all niggas. I like to drink and do barbecues, and I want to hang out and make hip hop. You know what I mean?
After hearing you guys, after hearing your guys' perspective on what our town is to us, mine kind of feels a little bit petty. But
like, be petty, bro.
No. I'm going to be petty. I mean, everything's okay. I'm going to be petty. But I'm going to be honest. I wasn't really looking at it in a later fashion, and I wasn't really looking at it in the appraisal fashion. You appraises, you looking at it later. I would love to. I was honestly speaking to you guys about the conversation and the social conversation in which what goes on out here. Listen, I'm speaking about 50 to Jamaica Queens, okay? I'm speaking about Ja Rule to Woodside, all right? I'm speaking about when you hear it, like when we started this topic of conversation. When we started this topic of conversation, right? We came on When we started on top of the conversation, we came on the first thing that came up was Wes, because we all agreed. Yo, what I think next to Wes, besides Yan, of course, but it probably be Ism. Probably Ism out of here. Next, and I'm just talking about names. Okay. I'm just talking about names, guys.
I love Ism is actually.
I love Iz too.
He was actually.
The first niggas I never. Damn, I said the N word. I haven't done it. Yo, he was the first. He was the first person I've seen freestyle. Swear to God.
No, he was nasty at freestyle.
Yo, Izzy would kill it. He would pull up and freestyle, and yo, he's the first person I saw. Like when I thought about rap, I thought about Wes. Rap out here was Wes and Iz.
Do you remember him doing it in Bleecker?
Nope.
Yeah, people went crazy in
Really?
and Bayside. They were going crazy with him doing freestyle.
I didn't. Yo, you gotta remember what I was doing in Bleecker B. I was trying to catch up. Yo, like I hate the Bleecker conversation. I love junior high school, but I really hate junior high school because, to be honest, I was in a suffering mode, man. My sister was born when I was in 6th grade. All the attention diverted to her. I had to rest. I love you, babe. I had to play catch up with not only my household but with my social life, man. Yo, bro, I love you, but you was fresh every day. And not only was he fresh every day, all the people that I associated with was fresh every day. You know what I was wearing? The same thing I wore yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before. Not that I was poor. It's not about that. I had food in my tummy. I had a house over my head. But when it came to things like fashion and materialistic things, my due to the fact of how the responsibility of how my stepfather penny pinched because of his habits, our parents ain't heroes. You know what I mean? Like, I suffered through that. I played catch up in Bleecker. It wasn't fun for me. That's why people got to embellish on music and being with women and yo, bro, like I was kind of like a fish. I was kind of a fish chasing a hook. Whenever I saw a piece of bait and I felt like I can be okay and not be. Come on, man. Look what I put us in. Our first blunt he ever smoked in his life was strawberry haze with me. First blunt, I get threatened with a machete.
Oh, yeah, that was a crazy day, though.
I get threatened with a machete in broad daylight in a park right next to the school. First time he ever smoked a blunt. Could it be my luck? Could it be just me? You know what I mean? It is. It's what I fashioned for. Because why not just not smoke a blunt with him? He never smoked before. Why do I enthuse him on that? My gamble is on that.
But like I said, that's my choice. But number two, you didn't have to have fashion to be in a cipher anyway. Obviously, in that day in the schoolyard, we was on different parts of the ground, man, because we still hung out super hard in Bleecker.
Oh no, of course, of course. But it was because
you saved Mina's life. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna get you. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you.
Oh, you had him.
Oh, we're gonna get you, bitch. Sorry, you can chill. You're a moth. I don't care. Nah, but me personally,
and that wasn't even my group because.
Are you guys as old as Ism? No, Ism's older than you.
No, yeah, he's older.
Nah, he's but like 2 years. I think,
he's like a year or two.
Oh, that's what we talking about. Yo, when it comes
you're 89.
When it comes and you're 90. When it comes to CP though, I'll be honest. Like I said, call it petty. I know how to take care. We've learned.
I think he's like 86, 85.
We've learned how to take care of a corner.
I didn't really.
Jessica's your age.
We've learned how to take care of a corner. We've learned how to take care of a corner. We've learned through our influence. Yo, if you wanna body a section of town, all you gotta do is put posters, flyers, and or stickers. You know how to body a section of town. Not only that, I think we all are affluent where we thrive. Yo, between our followings, whether you know them or not, if you sit yourself in a town, that's why we relate to this one. You sit yourself in a place, especially noticing we've sat ourselves in a place for so long, you benefit. You benefit. Whether you do things right or wrong, you can go to the store, you get a Lucy, or you can go to the corner and get a bag of Bud, or you can go ahead and meet a friend just by going to the park and playing basketball. You benefit by staying in the area for so long. So it's like, I notice how many people have left. Yeah, absolutely everybody. Mm-hmm. There is nobody here left to go ahead and represent what this town is to not only me, but everybody that has trudged through it. Yo, I got at least 8 people on my fingers that have died out here since I've lived out here that I actually know. Like 8. I got 8. Yo, College Point is filled with so much love, backstabbing. I'll fuck you tonight, but not know you in the morning. College Point is so much filled with, yo, we take care of each other, but so much. Yo, come on. I love bits, but come on, like I've been with, and I say bits just because nobody knows it, but you probably know it. But yo, bits and your brother copped a pound of weed, and because they let somebody in the basement and seen the pound of weed, an hour later that pound of weed was gone when they came back.
That's crazy.
And they know who did it. You can't do nothing about it. What you gonna do? The only thing you can do about it is either pick up a gun or you gotta beat them up. You ain't gonna get your weed back. That's College Point. So, like, I say that to say this, like, I'm feeling petty lately. I honestly, everybody left. Everybody's gone. Everybody left.
Yeah.
But there's nobody with the, it's not only about being the best rapper out here or the hardest rapper out here. It's honestly about the topic of conversation. It's about you guys knowing that in order to get to my house, I have about 25 potholes. Okay,
No,
you guys don't know what goes on.
I mean,
like
yeah, when I was walking on the street,
nobody
it's
that ain't.
fucking
But that's
horrible
my
out here,
point,
my
though.
nigga.
My point about out here is the reason I do this podcast. Like my reach wants to get to all these store owners. My reach wants to know all these store owners. Wants to know all these people we've grown up with, having conversations where like our stories, what we have, they definitely have. I think right now, College Point is out for the taking, and me being petty, I absolutely want to take it in all aspects,
So
between
take it.
conversations or between music.
So take it.
No, well,
I think. I mean, one thing that I don't think I do enough is I don't rep College Point as much as I should in music.
How do
like,
you though?
I think I know,
Should
but
we say CP?
yeah, CP all day, yeah, 100%. But I mean, it's just one of those
Did you
things
see
where
the
like,
sign on 20th
which one?
by Target? They made it out of like a bush. They carved CP on 20th.
I'm gonna when I run tomorrow,
we gotta
I'm gonna
shoot
do
a
it.
video over there. We gotta shoot
Like
like
House Point tonight?
Yeah.
it says CP right on the shit. It's so great. It says CP right there on 20th when you drive by.
That's. I mean, that's why. You know what's something I passed over here that I really still like. I just love seeing that it's still there. Is that Mets thing and like by St. Fidelis? It's like fucked up now, but like they do like a little Mets train thing. Like every time I pass by there, it still makes me feel like I know I'm 15
Wasn't
again.
there something there?
That's been there for like
No, that's been there for
like
at least
15 years.
Yeah.
Excuse me if I'm speaking out of line. Wasn't there something done for Wes's sister Linda in college?
On that wall.
Maybe not that wall,
No,
but
not that wall.
But there was something. There was
there
a
used to be.
picture of her.
Do you know
something?
Jamie? Do you know Jamie too?
Of course, there was a picture of
Yeah,
Jamie too.
Yeah, that when we shot. I mean, I shot like a obviously terrible video in front of that. But like, I'm sad. Like I passed that to get here, and when I passed it, I took a moment like, oh shit, like that was.
Yeah,
But that's
The
my
wall
point with
for
College
Jamie.
Point. Like, this is why I want to have these conversations with all of us before we get even older. And a lot of people, it's hard for us to have these conversations, man. Like, a lot of people are shelled in, you know. But I think this town deserves it. Yo, our history comes from that guy.
We're shelled in though.
You know the irony is that guy right there. You know that building
Pop
right
Risen?
there.
Or Pepsi.
He's the reason that College Point is industrialized. My man Poppenhusen created the first
Yeah, that's why
railroad
everything-
system all the way to Main Street to here. My man Poppenhusen was the one that had all these harbors here. He came over here because he had a fashion in rubber. And when he came over, rubber is
Well,
a
I mean,
big
that's
deal.
Queens in general was like that. Yeah. But.
He is absolutely
Even Northern Boulevard had that.
he is known as the pioneer of
He is.
College Point. The irony to have him here. Yeah,
Well, you know,
but
we
what
had
did
the
he
airport. We had
represent?
the
You know what he
we had
was?
the airport here too.
We had an airport. We had a seaport. But you know what he represents? I mean,
All white money.
no. He represents
I do
immigration.
like- I do
He
like
was an
Papa
immigrant,
John's.
but he was an immigrant from where? Germany. My thing is that I am Latino. I am Spanish. And my money does go into this town because I do pay taxes. Not only that, I live in this town, so I do pay rent. Not only that, I felt the oppression from it. I felt the oppression from all the drugs that have come in and all the people that have killed. I've felt the oppression of people's emotions and people renting one room. Yo, I've seen, like, my man rented one room and I've seen him get kicked out the next instant just because, like, I've seen it out here. And I feel like I can be the beacon to represent those things through people.
For sure.
Through people,
My
through
nigga,
conversations.
it sound
through
like you. It
rap.
sound like you want to run for like fucking College Point governor or something.
Councilman. The
Hey,
councilman.
Yeah,
You know what it is?
you want to be
You know what it
councilman
is?
to College Point,
You know what it
son?
is?
I'll vote for you.
I keep it a buck, man. Like, it gets me, and I know if I walked around my block right now, whether we got different values or traditions, we will all agree on one thing. Can you sign this petition? Because on 125th Street, 127th Street, 129th Street, 28th Avenue, 32nd Avenue, 5th Avenue, 3rd Avenue, 2nd Avenue, 1st Avenue, yo, all these fucking
I know,
potholes are here, and I don't fucking get it. Can we go ahead?
Yo, I did see.
You could do
like,
that, though.
I did see how, like, you pointed out, like, yo, bro, there was, like, legitimately, like, right when I parked my car right in front of the
Don't
pump.
make a right turn, right?
Yo, they made, like, it was 5 cars consecutively.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yo, the first one.
You know what
was
I'm going
crazy
through?
that the first one.
But you
There
know
was
what I'm going
bikers. There was
through?
bikers. I was waiting to park in front of your
chicks.
hydrant. No, listen. There was bikers that were riding the bike and
They
like,
almost got hit, right?
They pulled to the side because I came across them. But it's a big lane, so like they didn't have to slow down. But like they all formed the path, and I drove around them. And then I pulled to the side. I was about to park at the pump, but I waited for them to pass me, right? Because I'm not gonna fucking reverse my car while there's bikers behind me.
Oh
'cause I
wait,
know-
this is a smart man.
Yeah.
He's gonna wait for a biker to pass him so he don't do something illegal. Go ahead,
So now, what the dude who wants to fucking go into
Jam. You know
the
what
dr-
he's saying right now? You know what he's saying? Like right here on 15th, this is a one way.
Yeah.
Right here's
I
the-
saw that on the map.
This but this is the Pepsi parking lot. They make a right turn aiming towards 15th.
Yeah.
So buses
They
come
they
here.
go into oncoming
No.
traffic.
They almost hit bikers.
But someone should have it. There should be a sign.
Yo,
There it is. It says no right turn.
Yeah.
I beef with them. Like
Yeah, so what the dude did, he fucking...
That's 'cause
he-
Pepsi
yo,
owned
the
that
dude
property
almost hit the
most likely.
bikers.
I
He,
work for them.
the dude almost
I
hit
know,
the
I'm telling
bikers.
you.
He had to go straight, make the U-turn. 5 cars go into the parking lot. The dickhead still comes out and goes on time, oncoming traffic.
And you know
goes
what
back
the
in.
sickest part about it is? If you drive straight from 15 straight down, there's a wide open fence. All you have to do is make a right into the parking lot. They literally choose to be a rebel. And you know what? Part of me is not mad at them because I'm a rebel with life. Yo, I fuck life. You tell me not to do it, I'm going to do it. That's ego. I get them. But for me, beefing, if somebody's telling you constantly and I see the same person all the time, yo, come on, man. You know, it wasn't about running for councilman. I think it's a bigger picture that this is a small place that I feel like means something to me. My sister lived here all her life. You know, I've been raised here for about 14 years, 15 years. No, wait, 11? No, 19 years. 19 years. I've been noticing that you can't change the world on a small scale. I see this town as a place where, yeah, I can probably make people recognize things. I think we can. I think for me, ask this, when we go to the store, you know, I get people in here, like, I don't know if you saw my podcast with Stoop Boy Twizzy. Stoop Boy Twizzy, he said,
Great name.
yo, crazy name. Name's Jose. But Stoop Boy Twizzy, yo, you're the council. Yeah, y'all the council. Y'all shut this shit down with music. When I see the influence that, everybody, all these people that are just maybe 4 years, 5 years under than us, they all fucking know us. They all know us. They all know what we did. Those are the people that, it's more than beautiful. That's how I know there's a next step out here. There's definitely a bigger next step out here.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, someone has to be here and kind of like do that step. But I also think, like I said, like out of my own part is to represent. See, I mean, I've definitely seen the ugly side of CP too. Like,
We all have.
you know, but a lot of just my mentality is like when I saw something ugly, like I just straight up was like, I'm not trying to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been in the same room.
I have been.
As a lot of people like that. I mean, there's just, go through things and like done fucked up shit. But I have always tried to steer people like from that because, I mean, one, it just, fucked up things happen. People pass away, like all that type of vibe. And like, I don't want that for my people. So that's why I haven't like witnessed as much shit because I feel like also if I'm in that room, I either have taken people out of a vibe or I enter a room that is not about that vibe.
It's not about the vibe that you're willing to be about.
Correct, yeah. Because, like, I mean, I have no problem helping anybody. You know that. If someone needs me and I can help, I will help. but it's a matter of like, if you don't get that invite, like I'm not gonna put myself in a situation where like something could happen to me and someone else and it just builds. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how people get in trouble. Like I mean, it's one thing if you that's self responsibility. You go into some place, something fucked up happens. Like that's on you. You decide to go there. But if I go and follow you there, instead of talking you out of that spot, you know what I'm saying? Then it's also like, what am I there for?
Yeah. How am I better than? How am I any better than the situation that put us here to begin with? You know,
Did you guys know Jerome?
Of course.
Yeah. So like,
Oh yeah, holy
Jerome
shit.
was like one of my best friends, like for in College Point. And
Did you get into a beef with Jerome?
I'm gonna get to that. In a
Wait,
second.
hold up. Wait. Rome.
Yeah.
Rome. Yeah, not Jerome. Rome. Yeah.
Rome. Yeah. Cool. Went after Rome.
I saw
for
him
a
got
while.
beat up by Anthony.
Yeah, and I mean, he's like the black.
He was
version.
rapping
He's a little bit
with
of
you.
black-
Wait, he was
black
rapping.
version
Yeah,
of
he
Jeep,
was
in a lot of ways.
He was out here rapping with you though. You came up with Rome.
Well, I mean, Rome
In a
was like I
sorta
said, Rome was my
fashion.
homie, but I put like I don't like to kick credit for shit that I put people on, because like to me it's like if I like something, you want to be a part of it, I'm gonna bring you on. But like me and Rome met at 20th,
Okay.
play ball. Tried
Yeah,
talk
that's
mad,
what I remember
talk
you
mad
for.
smack, and I smacked him up. You know what I'm saying? Even though he looked superior than I was, but you know, I just we do what we do, quiet killers.
Nah, you a better
So-
ball player.
So we did that, and then you know we started rapping
You still
together.
play ball?
Yeah, all day. Well, not during this shit, but yeah.
Okay.
I bought a basketball hoop. Just FYI.
Fire.
You don't want to say that right now.
But
Why?
but me and
You
Rome,
gotta bring us over.
me and Rome, like I always try to keep Rome out of trouble. But anytime I wasn't with Rome, he was always in some shit. Always, bro. Like I saved that man from so much shit. It's crazy. Like I even got chased by like Latin Kings with this motherfucker. Like I was down for him, but I'm also trying to get him out of these situations. I'm like, bro, like what's wrong? So when I moved out of College Point, like me and Rome just like really just separated
Split.
because he found like other people that were like mentoring him and shit, and he had nobody to talk to him in his ear. He ended up going to jail a couple of times, ended up in some really bad fights, moving out of College Point, getting kicked out of his
Damn,
crib.
all that extra from Rome? Damn.
Yeah, bro.
I
There's a
didn't
lot
know
of
that.
shit happening
I didn't
wrong,
know that.
bro.
Damn.
Yeah, like, and when he got out of jail, like, he was living in a hotel and working there. Like, it was like one of those things where, like, they let you live there to work there because you were part of this program and shit. Like, me and Rome were deep, but I knew I couldn't save him when I brought him to my crib, like, after, like, being away from College Point, and I was like, yo, check out this new record. And I played him a record, and he spazzed out in the middle of it. And I'm like, yo, what's good? He's like, why you dissing me? I'm like, bro, you think that I brought you to my crib that, like, my aunt currently lives in to play you a record to diss you? I'm like, yo, who are you with, bro? Why are you that paranoid? Like, you think I'm showing you music to not to inspire you, but to put you down? And after that, it was just like, even now, we talk to each other on Instagram now sometimes, like, we follow each other and whatnot, but, like, I can't do anything about that. Like, I love you to death. It doesn't change the fact that, like, we grew up together. I'll mention you in a song, and, you know, negative, positive, whatever. Like, we had experiences together. But, like, the fact that I can't do nothing for you. And I felt that way with a lot of my friends at College Point. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these dudes, like,
Do you take any? Because I do. You know, you say that, and
He said, I do.
yo, bro, I see you say that, and bro, and I'm running in my Jordans right now. Like, my whole body is in my Jordans. Because, do you take any responsibility?
For other people's actions?
No, for how other people feel towards you.
There's, like, to me, it's kind of one of those things where, like, I feel everything. You know, like, there's some friends that I don't understand why we're not closer. You know what I'm saying? And the people that they have become close with, I'm kind of questioned about. You know what I'm saying? But
You care that much, though.
I always care that much, yeah.
Good.
Like, always, bro. Like, even when we don't talk for that long, like, I always try to, like, reach out to Quest a lot. You know what I'm saying? When you have the same number, I try to reach out to you, too.
Yeah.
So, it's like I always try to make a conscious effort. If I ever the thing is, I never slow down a lot, right? So, it's like, if I'm thinking about this, I can't really be thinking about, like, other people in other situations unless I have a moment to be like, yo. That's what the whole COVID thing for me, I started reaching out to people I haven't talked to in so long because I'm like, I'm actually not moving. So it's like, let's FaceTime, let's do this, let's catch up.
You are doing
for one of those
you
things.
moving, though.
And so like for me, it's like I just like it comes back to that passion, right? It's like I think like in the beginning when we became a group, right? And I had to go to school and I had to travel 2 hours to get to College Point because I still don't know how to drive for now, but like that's
you don't
one
got
of
a
the
license.
situations.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, yeah.
So like I was traveling to come
son,
to
you're an
our
advocate.
thing. Yeah. But like I found a way to get to where I go, you know what I'm saying? And like to get to you guys even if I showed up an hour late cuz like I just made sure like I was there, you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
like
bro,
no matter
you go
what.
everywhere in the world. You don't have a fucking driver's license. You don't.
Bro,
Fucking
I'm like I don't even know what to
now you're a nomad.
But I just figure it out, you know what I'm saying? Like however I got to get there, Uber, walk, run,
That's a
bike,
nomad.
like I'm going to just figure it out. And so it's like at a certain point like it's not really much I could do to change those situations. You know what I'm saying? Like Corey Calhoun was one of my best friends too. Like I grew up next door neighbors to him. Like that's like
Still talk to him?
I mean, not really. Like, but he's one of the people that like to me, like I'ma always show him love. You know what I'm saying? Like you were my neighbor. Like in real life, if I stay in College Point, you might have been my best friend to this day. You know, like that's the type of American dream they sell you. Is like, yo, these are your neighbors and shit. But it's like, you know, like just the way you moved. When way people move to me, like doesn't change the love that I have for them, but it changes the way that I interact with them.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just always how I've been. You know, like I'm always gonna reach out, and I feel people definitely take that offensively. You know, but at the same time, it's like if you're bringing negativity to your life, one, why as a friend would you want to invite me into that? You know what I'm saying?
What kind of friend are you?
And then on top of that, if I'm trying to do something positive for you, then it becomes an issue. Or it becomes a situation where you're not going to listen to me anyway. Bro, like, when we started smoking weed, like, I started smoking weed with Corey PCP at 13 years old. He was, me and Chris Wick were the last two people not smoking a pipe that we bought from Busy Bee.
This is the first time people know that you smoke weed?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't
I mean,
smoke
maybe.
weed. What you mean?
But like that happened, and like I was like, you know what? Fuck
Allegedly.
I'm gonna.
He allegedly
I'm gonna
smoked
try.
weed.
I'm gonna try it, and like then I saw people get addicted to it. Like I dead ass saw it. Like Corey be like, anytime I come up with a crib, he be like, yo, you got 5, you got 4, you got this. And at a certain point, I had to say no, cause like, yo, I like smoking, I love being with my homies, but it's like, why am I wasting my $40 paycheck at McDonald's, $5 going to what? To get high? For what?
For what?
We could play video games. We could make raps. We could go play ball in the park. Like, there's so many other productive things that we could do than just sit around and get high.
Yep.
That's why now, like, when I get high, a lot of times it's either to spark conversation, right, to chill, or to make music.
Yep. To get in that creative.
Yeah, you know what was crazy, man? Like, me and G used to do all that and still do all of that.
Yeah,
Like,
but
we
a
would-
lot of people. That's what you talk about the laziness. It's like some people, a lot of people don't do that,
Yeah.
and they don't get to that level. And it's like,
Yeah.
and like, there's no love lost. Like I hit up Corey recently. Last time I came to CP, I hit him up.
No, yeah, I see you guys like sharing songs and shit. 'Cause I didn't even knew he rapped.
Yeah.
And I was never friends with him neither. Too, like, well, not like personal friends. I don't
No,
want to make
yeah.
it seem that way. But I wish, obviously, I wish I could have known him or everybody in college.
that's the
Whatever,
thing, like,
you know what I mean? But like
cosplay,
when he rapped, I was like, "Whoa, shit!" And I didn't even know. What was funny is that my boy AJ knew Corey.
AJ Phillips, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh shit, man!"
AJ's a good ass dude. Yeah,
I was like, "Oh shit!" Yeah, I didn't know he knew Corey, but then you know what I mean? Like,
AJ makes beats too.
yeah, I know. He tells me, but like he doesn't really
Yeah,
do it.
I
Like,
know.
you know what I'm saying? He's on and off. But like, yo, I told him like, yo, make me a beat, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I take rap serious. You know what I mean? Like, even people want to just learn. I don't care. I'll get on the beat just like how when you started producing and shit. And I'll be honest. I gotta keep
Yeah,
it a
of course.
buck. Then my nigga like,
But
yo,
that's what I love about you.
there's some shit I want to be on or some shit. Nah, my nigga. Oh, you did that? Why didn't you invite me on that one, Jam?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, all right, you want to give me the throwaway,
You saw that
nigga?
on
Like,
camera, right?
you know what I mean? Like, you want to give me the throwaway Jam? You want to give me your throwaway produced beat?
I mean,
Fuck outta here.
I don't think, to me personally, I don't think anything that I do is a throwaway anymore. But I just think like there's certain people that I trust. I think to me it's a lot of trust. It's a trust thing.
Well,
And,
okay,
and
so
like
I could
with the production shit, like that music is my Everything beat.
No, yeah.
Like that type of song, like it might not fit your style, but to me, like it's like what I'm talking about and like the vibe.
Which
I'm
is
trying to
dope, which is
create.
dope, but it's just like, you know what? I feel like when I I don't have issues writing verses. I just have issues writing verses that I feel like won't get recorded anytime soon.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know what I mean? So like I don't
I mean,
wanna,
if you recorded that verse right now, I would send it to my engineer.
Oh,
but I'm
shit.
saying like,
I know, but I have nowhere to record right now.
Yeah, I
so
know,
now Vince is out here. So now when I book a session,
what I just told
now,
you. But no, I'm
now-
not. Yeah,
now
but
gravy.
I don't complain about the time of certain things. I'm
No,
just
no,
saying,
yeah,
like
yeah.
with the beats, like I feel like when I share a beat, most of the time it's with somebody that I trust, close with, whether
Yeah.
they like it or not, right? Whether I get feedback or not, it's about sharing it with that. And so,
Do
for
people
me,
record their verses right away with you when you give like? Do I got like a time like?
no, I mean you were definitely like in the upper percentile.
Yeah, you definitely done better than me.
No. Oh really?
But for at least the songs he sent me. But then
Yeah.
you know what? Again, like he played it to me that day, and like I
So you
told
can be
him, like,
honest, he wasn't feeling it at first. That's fine.
no, yeah,
And like it's all good, like, but I'm still like I'm just gonna reach out. Like I get rejected all the time for certain songs, but like certain things, like for example, like I was supposed to have FU on this record called "Rap Is What I Do." From
Really? You don't have FU on?
Yeah, me and F at one point were like pretty cool. Like me and F spit gems. So F was like, "Yo, I fuck with you."
I fuck with FU,
and I
bro.
would be on a song with you, but like it's not this one, right? But I was trying to get this song done. So like I had someone in my pocket, El Gant, you know, who's part of JMO Gang, Razzcast, all that. I knew he was gonna give me one verse, right? Cause like the way we bonded, like I knew he was gonna give me one. So this was like my newest mixtape. I just needed like, and I was like, I want this record to be big. So like for me, I'm like, yo, if I'm gonna ask him for something, it better be like the right one. You know what I'm saying? So when I did that, that's what, and he ended up saying yes. So you know, it's like it's one of those trial and error things. Like to me, when I wrote this record, it's like a very like Aries. It's more emotional record, right? Which is what one of my favorite styles that Quest has, right? But he also has to be in the mood to write those records. So knowing that, I sent it to him, hoping that this is the mood that he feels in. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, we're all artists and musicians. Like at some point, some R&B beats are gonna be fire right now, or like I'm on this style, this wave. So when it comes to my production, like if I make something and I choose to rap on it, like I also want to hear like other people's visions.
It's about
on
capturing
shit.
that moment.
Yeah, and like I mean, I obviously not. I wouldn't call myself a producer, but I'm learning how to and keep educating myself to produce.
You do have to
But
have
there's-
producer traits.
But there's certain beats I know that came out like fire.
This is for him.
And to hear people that
This is for him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
this
it's
is
like
for
I
him.
wanted
You
to
know
hear
it.
introspective, like Quest on that beat.
Yep.
You know, and if it's fine that he doesn't like it, because I could either put it out myself or put someone else on it, and it's all good. But that's what I'm saying. Production wise, like I only give beats that I make that I think are 5+ to people that I trust, and I would love to hear on something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like whether you like it or not, all good.
Busta Rhymes, he has this stereotype, stigma, and not only that, but this cape that he has worn between like 1998, I want to say victory, to like 2012. As far as
Busta's like my prime career, right?
what he would do, he would just send you verses for your track. So he would
No
just,
beat.
No, he would get your beat. Whether he had a producer cut it, or he would ask you, yo, let me get that beat, and the beat guy give it to him. But he would send you his verse, like, yo, here. And Busta's whole, like, everybody knows Busta as the GOAT in the game because of how he carried himself. I'm gonna give you this verse here. If you want, send me an invoice. I bodied it just for free. And we've never heard a Busta verse recycled. So that means that for all those verses that ain't out there, like right now there's a little beef going on. Supposedly there's a Busta and Drake song. And Swiss Beats produced it. But Drake didn't clear it. Busta wasn't mad about it. Swiss was drunk and said, Drake could suck my dick. And the next day had to take back his, my bad, I was drunk, I didn't mean that. But supposedly there's a song out there, and Busta's notorious for that. He would give out free verses. Just, yo, here. Yo, here. You want to send me an invoice?
But like
Send
a
me an
lot
invoice,
of that is time. I mean, like that's admirable, first of all, but it's
Not
also
even
knowing.
admirable, bro.
It's
That's
also knowing
knowing
about
you're
your
the-
worth, though.
That's
too.
knowing your GOAT.
Yeah, that's a little
Right.
crazy.
That's knowing your GOAT.
I don't
Bro.
like-
That's
yeah.
knowing your GOAT. Just because I want to write to your song, I'm going to body it. Bro, where were you at in Broken Mind?
Yeah, but
I mean, Broken Man.
No, but
where
like-
were you at when you were Broken Man? Where were you at? And where were you thinking?
I was actually in a great place in my life.
How long it took you to write it?
Like an hour and a half. Like
That whole song, an hour and a half.
that whole song.
That whole
like,
story, hour and a half.
No
But see
more.
what I mean? That's the type of shit.
But
that
that's
he
his
be
best
doing.
song.
Like,
But he be finding like, when
That's
he has
probably
that
one
moment.
of his. That's
he
his
can
top
reach into his
five.
bag
That's his top
and find
five.
that shit.
Top five. I won't say best. I gotta go to discography, but top five. And my point is that when we feel it, guys, whatever that shit may be, when you feel it, when you're making that song and you don't know who to put on it, but when you found that right verse that matches for it, when he can make a song like that in an hour. When Busta can go ahead and his whole discography is just, I felt this beat. Hit. I felt this beat. Hit. I felt this beat. Hit. Yo, those things are that's passion at its most extreme. That's passion that
No,
fucking
it is.
supersedes everything.
Yo, and that's why like I've had this conversation with other people too, and this is why like, but I also hold, you know, sometimes I also want to give people my best product, but I also don't mind rhyming on songs that I don't initially feel like rhyming on. I'll give you my best work on a song, and I've done that I think once or twice. But I mean, Elio even pulled my cards like, yo, bro, like I told him there was a song he wanted me to put me on. I was like, yo, bro, like I really do not want to rhyme on this, like nah.
I mean, I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? Like, and then he was like, yo, bro, like the producer like really wants you to be on the song. I'm like,
no,
don't
it's not
really,
happening.
I don't really want to be on it. Like I tried twice, nigga. Like it's not happening, bro. Like you know what I mean? So like,
Try third.
yo, bro. So he's like, yo, like come on, can you do me the favor?
Did you do it?
Yeah, I did it.
Did you like the verse?
No, I gave him a dope ass 16.
Do you like the verse?
No, I don't like the song. 'Cause I don't like the beat. You know what I mean? Like, how am I gonna like something? You know what I'm saying?
Did you? Oh man, I have to. And I don't mean.
No,
to,
granted, but
No
I
disrespect.
do like that beat. But the only reason I slack with, I do like that beat you sent me. I did. You know what I'm saying? But I'm never gonna be like, yo, you're just the hottest,
No, I
because
slack
that's just
'cause
not
his
me.
name is
But
Marty McFly.
I do
My
like.
boy put at least a
Yo,
fire-ass
bro,
guitar on that.
bro, I do like that beat.
Why
and
you
then
ain't-
because especially after he played it in the
But
fucking
why?
studio.
But why you didn't want? Why it took so long?
Oh, because I know like when it like I know the time it takes to record with Jam. I don't like sitting on verses. I like I have verses I'm sitting on right now, but because people
this is
who have-
honesty.
yeah.
How long does it
and
take?
I told him. I
Well, you
told
mean
him,
in
yeah.
terms of like what, like us going to the studio together?
Yeah, or record it. Yeah, and that's what I think
You can't
never
just send him his
understood.
verse?
I don't like doing that.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah. So so
You guys are great. Nah, this is
That's
great.
ex-
I
that's
don't.
exact-
I
that's
don't. I
exactly
don't like doing that.
You know why? Because you guys are having such a smiley argument. Like, man,
He
this shit gotta
knows.
be
He
the best.
knows
no,
it.
but that
Man, I
that-
want the
that.
best from you.
He
Like,
knows
But
it.
that
man.
makes sense though, because most of the verses that I ever recorded for a Quest
So-
project were at the same time he was there.
So does
And like me, I don't really work like that, because like, you know what I'm saying, you sent me your verse, I know, and that's why he actually, before you even came, he
we're
was
so
like,
opposite.
he was like, yo, I'll go to the studio either way. He said
But
his
I agree
first
with you.
option,
Look
his
what I
first
said.
option
Look
was,
what I
I'll go
said.
to the studio and record it. But if you want to come, then we can definitely do that too.
But the
But
third
with
option
him-
was what? I recorded at Fencers or somebody, and I'll give you the dry vocals, but I won't do it from here. Because this is drafts. This is drafts.
There's
This is not
references
the
and
best.
shit. Yeah, it is.
But if you want the
References,
shit, I'll give it. I'll give
But
you
like
the shit right.
me, like when
You
I'm
need
doing,
to be with him?
when I'm doing,
He's
when
a
I'm
vibe
touch,
person.
yo,
You wanna be
yo,
with
yeah.
him? Touch me.
Nah. When I'm doing a song with somebody, I want to be like.
Yes.
Granted, if I'm paying for a verse with some people,
That's why
obviously it's
DJ
harder,
Khaled's album came out
or,
whack.
You know what I mean? Like
Because DJ
nah,
Khaled paid for all those features to be there, but they weren't there. Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
Now, if he, you know what I mean, like.
It goes on and on.
Like there's
What?
features
And another one.
There's features I have gotten You know, like, I think the only feature I didn't get to be in the same room with was Tragic Gaddafi.
I was gonna say.
Thank you guys for being here, though.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
Royal Flush, he was there when he recorded it. He invited me to other sessions after. Like, he'll just invite me to sessions.
Yep.
And I'll just chill with Royal Flush.
And that's some real rapper shit.
You know what I
by the
mean?
way.
Like, that shit is dope as fuck, my nigga. Granted, I don't like chilling till 4 in the fucking morning, but I will with him because that nigga's just a dope soul. You know what I mean? But, like, you know what I mean?
In the fridge?
But
that's all.
but every other.
One left.
But every other, I feel like every time I have to record a verse, I want to do it with the person I'm there with. Because you know why? I just don't want to give you my product. I want you to hear it there live. You know what I mean? Like, I want you to hear it. You know what I mean? Like, I want you to be there and feel it.
I mean, bro, like, I
don't want you just to send my verse like, yo, bro, like, I'm not getting paid for this. Yo, my nigga, y'all two of my closest friends. Why can't we just book a session? I don't care where
And be
it's at.
together.
Yeah.
I'm not solely based off of Finsta, but like,
but see,
you go
why
wherever
not-
you
why
want to
not
go.
have- let me
and
ask you something, why not
let's
have
just
a-
record the
Alright.
session?
Does it make it? Does it? Because this. I hate answering my own questions when I ask you. Does it make it better when he can tell you, "Yo, I got this session for this date. Have this verse ready." Does it make it better when he tells you that, or when, like, cause when I wrote his verse, yo, he sent me 4 beats the same way he just said. He said it, yo. I send beats to people. If they like them, they tell me what they like. They tell me what we could do, and then I decide. He like he said, I don't know if I'm a producer, but you're producing, Jam. So it's like, you know, he's producing. When he sends me those 4 beats, yeah, I can go ahead and probably, yo, it took me just to write a song, man. Like, I'm so insecure about the way I used to do things with you, because I knew I was always playing catch up. It was Thursday for 3 months straight that we would sit together and rap.
I remember
And you know
those
why
days.
every Thursday? Because it would rain. Like
Tuesdays and Thursdays, man.
like it would just rain randomly. But I always play catch up. I rush my verses. Like, whether they came out dope or not, I know what this shit is now. I really know what this shit is now, to have a topic of conversation. Just to have a conversation.
Yo,
on
but
the song.
did you see, like, at that point too, like, this is a good thing that you brought up, because, like, did you really rush your verses? Because we didn't record them that same night. You could have always gone back to them and be like, yo, let me tune this up. Let me fix that. Oh, let me do this. I don't care if you did that. Nigga,
Did you?
Yeah.
I mean, Quest is like that, though.
Oh, yeah,
He
nah,
makes, like,
I
a
did-
Yeah, I'm not gonna change whole bars, but, like, for the most part, like, that's how
that's
I know.
funny you say that shit
That's
now,
how
'cause
I
I
know
do
I
that
wanted
now.
to go. But, like, boom, if I got how I want the sequence to go and the words I want to
Yeah,
say,
see,
all I gotta do is just fill in the fucking blanks, bro. It's like a puzzle now. You know what I mean?
I captured the moment.
Now
so,
I'm little verbs and syllables, like, no, I don't belong here. I am, and nah, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Nah, and you know what? That is probably a great separation between us as people. That I'm a moment capturer. In all honesty, probably that'd be it. Like, I can't say that. All right, when I write a song or start a song, yeah, I'll sit there in the car for 2 hours, 3 hours by myself. Maybe 8 bars, 4 bars, 6 bars, but I got that so zone.
Mm-hmm.
It might be 2 more weeks before I even look at that verse again.
Yeah, I mean, that happens, though.
No, it's every song with me. It's not. It just
That's
happens.
fine.
Like, like, to capture what I wrote for you, and that, I sat there with the song. Yeah, I sat.
I know you listened to all 4 beats for a minute.
I started four bars here, 6 bars there, 8 bars there, 4 bars here, 6 bars there, 8 bars there. It came to a point where it was just, I knew it was right. I just knew it was right. I was like, okay, just go. I really pay attention to the know it's right moments. I don't force myself no more. I don't force myself. Like, I can. Yeah, I can, man. Like, it's that easy. If I need influence, I'll get a beat that similarly sounds like yours, and then I'll capture his flow. I'm call out a character. We can do these things. Come on.
oh, no, yeah,
We can
yeah,
all
of
do
course,
these things,
of
right?
course.
But it's about what's feeling right to you. And
Yeah.
when it feels right to you, when that beat resonates, yo, I swear it takes me a week now, 2 weeks. Yo, I've come back to a song after a month because I'm just like, I
still
need
writing to
the
this?
exact. I need no, but I
exact
need the.
moment.
I don't need to talk shit to nobody, man. I don't need to spit shit to nobody. I don't need to waste the bar on you guys. If I'm willing to go ahead and have conversation that is just honest with people in general, and whenever I make a mistake, I gotta correct it. When you make a song that's already on track, I ain't going back to that bitch once it's already out and just flipping a fucking verse or a word because I said it wrong or because the wrong meaning was out. Once it's written in print, we are publishers. We are publishers.
Yeah,
once a
100%.
song is out, once it's there, it's set in stone in a little bit of sense. Even if you revamp it, even if you fix it, somebody got that early original version. It's sitting in somebody's Serato. So when it comes to music,
No, without Quest at least.
when it comes to music,
But is that a bad thing though?
I respect it so much. It's not that it's a bad thing. It's taught me how to respect it. It's a great thing. It's taught me how to respect my craft.
I think a part of
There's
the
not a version of
process-
any song that I did not want people to have that they do not have.
I have.
Yeah, me too. I agree with that. But I mean, that's,
I have a podcast right now that's called Respect Your Process. I recorded it like 4 days ago.
honestly,
I was pissed drunk with no shirt on, guys. Pissed drunk with no shirt on, and it was a great podcast. But the way I brought my message across, I know that I can bring my message across a lot better.
yeah, for sure.
And that's the thing.
but
When you record a verse, if you know you can do a verse a lot better, if you know you could, it's not about showing out your peer or nothing. No, if you do a whole song, and you can't beat yourself up for one word or nothing, but if you know that you rushed it, particularly in that time, and that you didn't give yourself that attention, that's when you like eat yourself up, and that's why I don't know more. Everything I do now,
you shouldn't. Well, now if you bring it into that case, because then
It's true.
there's plenty of versions of songs I've done.
That's what he asked. Is there anything that you don't like?
Well, to be honest, I don't know. I really don't have that many.
Now
of
he's
them.
going in the bag. Look, but
But I do have some. I do.
every artist has some.
I do. Yo, bro, there was one song, and I'm calling it what's it called? And it was supposed to be on the verses were supposed to be on a project that me and Davina was supposed to be working on, but like that shit just didn't work out. So
There's a lot of
whatever. So whatever happened, but we was gonna call the project Imperial Bull. So what I did, I took the verses I recorded for the song that he had, and I had my own beat that I bought from my boy from Arizona and shit producer.
copy paste.
Copy and pasted it. So what I did was,
You didn't even re-record it. Disrespect.
oh no, I re-recorded it.
Okay,
Hell
okay.
yeah, I had to re-record that shit, man.
No, he
Because
sound
I
like
had to
he's flipping on the
change.
beat.
I had to change up bars and shit. Not
for
bars, but I had
the
to change
flow.
the flow and
Yeah.
shit. Yo, I had to make adjustments, bro. Of course, nobody's fucking perfect. Can't do it on the fly. So I did do that, but I
works for
called the
Styles being
song.
Lil Wayne
I
songs.
called the song Imperial Bull, but when I initially,
He got balls.
yeah, I
You
called
would.
I
Like
called
a
the song
bull.
Imperial
Yeah,
Bull.
you would. You know,
So
he
now-
would though, right?
So now the song is called Imperial Bull, and that's gonna be one of the songs that come out like really soon. It's gonna be coming out soon.
Oh,
Actually.
you have it.
So we're
No,
excited.
yeah, it's done. It's coming out. It's gonna
We
be like a
are
new. It's gonna be like a
excited.
promotional single, or whatever. I'm putting
It's
on
my
Spotify and
ASMR
shit.
voice.
It's gonna be like a promotional shit right before I come out with Stella Brothers or whatever and Dracarys. So what I'm gonna do, but when I did the song initially, on the beat he gave me, I wrote a hook, a dope fucking hook, and it fit the song so well. I tried to do it on the new beat. I was there for like an hour and a half listening to compliments. I wasted so much studio time with the people I was there with, and I'm like, yo, they like, it sounds hot. I'm like, yo, bro, it still sounds really bad to
Who
me.
you with?
I was like, Elio Last Measure, and I think somebody else was there. But they liked it, and I'm like, yo, I know it sounds good, but like sonically, the beat behind it does not. Like, it's just not.
There's something wrong.
Something's wrong. So I'm like, all right. So I let it ride. I waited for Finster to come back.
Let the beat
I'm like,
ride.
yo, Finster,
Do something with this. Do me a
delete the
favor.
fucking hooks. I told him to take the hooks out. That's it. I'm like, yo, take the fucking hooks
While they
out.
were vibing.
I don't
another
care.
session, huh?
No,
Yo,
yeah,
Puff.
it's another session. But
Puff,
I'm like,
chill,
yo,
Puff.
I need. Yo, they came back for that session too. Actually, that's crazy. They came back for that next session. I was like, yo, take the hooks out. I don't care. Take the hooks out. And I wanted just to flow together, but I added like little, almost like only added like
put a
one little
thong on your
brid.
chick. You
I had
put a
like
thong
one
on
little
her.
bridge in the
You put
middle
a
of
thong on
the
her.
first
She had a nice
16
bra.
and the
I got
second
you.
16. I was like, and it sounded way much better to me, bro. Like, I was like, now it's flowing better. You know what I mean? Now it sounds like I'm an imperial bull now. You know what I mean? Like the hook was throwing the whole shit off, but now I'm rhyming.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
you
Like
just
now y'all niggas is getting some bars. I'm like,
Gagey versus Ferguson in the 4th round. Yo, go ahead.
Yo, but that's what needed to be done, and like I was like so upset when I went home, yo, bro, and I was like pissed. I was like, yo, I can't believe I wasted all that time doing that, trying to make that, and then like
Just to show you how
when I
anal
go back,
Quest
I'm
is.
like, nah, nigga, this shit ain't over, nigga. We're gonna do take 2, nigga. Fuck that. I know what I need to do now. I said, take that shit out. Fuck that. I don't want it. Nope.
You know, that's why I get that's why I really made this studio. I say it a lot. I say it a lot. I don't want to waste time, man. Like, I say it a lot. Like,
Time is money in that sense, literally.
It's not only time is money, man. It's capturing an essence. Like, yo, if I come in there, right? If I come in here with a job to do in my mind, no matter who I come with, who I bring, they're supposed to be additives. They're supposed to be. Sometimes people can be negative. You don't know that. Yo, can I bring my girl? Yo, can I bring my homie? You don't know the person. Things happen, man.
I'm just asking if
But
that's what
my
you're talking
point is
about.
that when you go into a session, your job is to come in there absolutely prepared, and not only prepared for what you want to do, but prepared for what can happen. So you have to take influence. You have to go ahead and take influence from what goes on around you. You can't be upset at it. If I book a 4-hour session and I have 5 people coming over random, if I waste an hour and a half of my session, it's not really a waste. I know that I can come back to this. It's not that I come back to it, but I learned my lesson. Yo, those people can't come next.
Yeah,
or what I did in that hour and a half time, I can't make it happen again. You know
Nah, but
all right, but can I ask? I just want to butt in real quick the question. So I'm gonna give you an example. So when I was on tour with James,
where'd you go on tour? Shout it out. Give me your tour. Give me your tour run. When'd you go on tour? Give me your months. Shout it out.
It was 2018. We went from July to August, pretty much like Midwest South. So with like South Carolina, Columbia. We went to Fort Wayne, Texas. We went to Fort Worth. Fort Worth, Texas. We went to Albuquerque,
you piled
El
in a
Paso. I mean, yeah, it wasn't that bad though. There's just the first leg of it. So it was crazy. It was split like 3 days, 3 days off, like 3 shows in a row, 3 days off, and then the rest of the tour was like almost back to back to back. So I flew from New York to Albuquerque, which from a New Yorker was a pretty crazy experience. It's everything you would picture Albuquerque to be like is like
New
almost
Mexico
on point.
is
Yeah,
absolutely.
everything like the meth there, the skyline being like Breaking Bad fire. Like
No.
there.
Albuquerque, New Mexico is where you get your mushrooms from, baby.
That's what I'm saying.
Baby.
But I'm saying like that vibe is like exactly how you would imagine.
And
it to be.
they got a whole field of cops protecting the fucking mushroom field.
I don't doubt it.
No, I'm telling you the truth. Albuquerque, I hate the fact I don't know where anything is outside of the United States. In the United States, I know where everything's going on. Go ahead, James. Go ahead.
So we went from Albuquerque, drove to El Paso, 3 hours. El Paso was a really dope show. A lot of also drug addicts. Then we drove 10 hours to
How can
Dallas.
you tell a drug addict, Jay?
I mean,
Are they missing their teeth?
some of them, yeah. And like it got to the point where like so the men's they kept the men's bathroom and the women's bathroom
That's how
open.
you know drug addicts.
Open. So they make sure people could come
Cocaine
in.
everywhere or dope?
I mean, well, there was definitely some other shit going on. I caught like firsthand the cocaine because you kept using the men's bathroom as a cocaine spot. So, but sometimes before I perform, I get like nervous, right? So I'm on my first tour.
You
so
ain't
the
still
first thing
cocaine,
I want
right?
to I want to take a shit.
Okay.
Stop your shit, but I gotta take a shit. So a lot of times, if I know I'm going on in 10 minutes, I'm going straight to the bathroom and releasing the stress that I have. So I went to go take a shit, bro. 30 second. No. The bathroom was finally empty, so I'm like, yo, I gotta dip and go inside because I was about to go to the women's bathroom, bro. That's how bad the men's bathroom was.
had 30 seconds to take a shit?
No, I'm saying, 30 seconds into the shit.
Into the shit.
Somebody knocks on the door.
What happened?
No, because they were spending
I got you.
cocaine. So I'm like, damn, I can't. Like, I'm like trying to do this shit as fast as possible because I know there's gonna be another person. There's gonna be another person knocking on the door too. So like that was like the vibe. I'm saying that was the vibe of it. And you also know that this is what I'm saying about this being out of town. Like when I got off stage, like first of all, the crowd was lost before I came back. Like I didn't expect my songs to even work in Albuquerque because like they're here for J-Mo hip hop. Yeah, it was fucking crazy. The DJ that we came with was like, yo, I never seen like most rappers would have fucking died out there. Like you straight up like people like half the crowd left right before my performance, and then like. By my second song, everybody was back in this shit. You know what I'm saying? So he had a lot of respect for me in that end. But like that when I got off stage, my whole list was like I'm getting emails, I'm getting numbers, I'm getting Instagram, everything. And like 75% of the people that I talked to did not have any of those.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh, you literally live in this bubble where like $3 beers and cocaine and meth are what you survive on. But you love hip hop, so you come to this $5 to $10 show.
Yo, bro, we won't find fucking. That's fucked up, yo. We don't find fucking dope heads. We don't find fucking cocaine heads. We don't find drug addicts and maybe alcohol. But you don't find them in our clubs because you got to pay $10 and $20 to get in.
That's what I'm saying,
right?
But here, this is
right?
like a legit.
Just to support and see a show, you got to pay $10, $20.
This was like a legit spot.
Yo, did anybody fight? Was there beef?
No fights.
And nothing, right?
No.
Nothing. They let these people in, and everything was good with the night,
well,
right?
they make sure that they just because with people that do drugs, it's not to me. It's like it's not really a fight. I feel like when alcohol is involved, that's what makes people angry. But like when you're like high on meth or heroin, like you're not trying to fight nobody. You're just trying to lay down and chill.
Vibe the fuck out.
Exactly.
Like,
Yo, that like
fall asleep during a verse, some shit.
We had this joke before. You and I had this joke before, and we're gonna end it on this because we're gonna end it on this. We had this joke before though. You and I used to talk about if we should know that tomorrow we were gonna die. You and I had this joke before that. I don't know what you said, but I told you what I was.
24 hours to live.
It was because of the 24 hours to live song. Absolutely, that was the conversation. I said, if I had that time, like, I'm stealing a Lambo. No, he was sniffing an April. I'm shooting a whole thing of heroin. If I had 24 hours to live, I'm gonna go off on whatever I can. But question though,
if you had heroin, you probably lose like 4 hours just not moving.
No. Do you think that I'm like one? All right, one.
I'm saying if you trying to live,
I'm not gonna live the whole 24 hours. Yo, I'm not gonna live the whole 24 hours.
But the heroin's not.
No. I'm not gonna live the whole 24 hours.
Oh,
one.
Okay.
I'm not gonna live the whole 24 hours. One. Two. I'm not gonna inject or sniff heroin. Whatever is in heroin. Whatever, like, smoke it. Whatever my preference is. I'm not.
Roll it up and smoke it.
Yo, G, I'll roll it up and smoke. My point is that like even a pill. I'll take a pill. But my thing is that whatever it is to take with them, I'm not gonna like hurt myself. But yeah, I would steal a Lambo. We're going to the dealership, punching the guy in the face. I'm out. And then they can chase us the rest of the way.
Are you gonna punch him and grab the Lambo? Or are you gonna grab the Lambo and if he
No. I'm going in there sober. No. I'm going in. No, I'm not. I'm going in there sober with a bag.
He deserves to be punched.
No, I'm going in there sober.
He's stopping you.
True,
I'm going in there
that's
sober with a
true.
bag. My bag has all my drugs in it.
No, I understand.
I'm gonna ask him, can I drive this? No, I'm gonna ask him. Even if I have to go to that place in Astoria where you pay $1,000 to rent a exotic car.
And what time are you doing this? Because if you do this first, the rest of your day is a wrap.
No. Well, I'm not looking to have it there.
No. That's gonna be like. Well, no.
What if I don't have to steal it though?
Why not?
There's a place in Astoria, in Long Island City, where you can rent a car for $1,000, exotic car. I just rent the car and I have all the drugs in my bag. And while I drive, I do all my drugs, and then I go on the China client.
You telling me if we got 24 hours to live, we can't I'm gonna get an instant loan somewhere, nigga, like dead ass, and just not let them know that I'm dying in 24 hours. You know what I mean?
No, but what would you do?
Me? I don't know no more. I'm not honestly.
What would you do with your instant loan?
It kind of changed.
What would you do with your instant loan?
Well, definitely. I don't know, but I definitely.
You can't give your wife or your kid no money because it's gonna come back to you.
No.
So what you doing with your instant loan, B?
Buy some property.
You going to strip club?
It's definitely nah.
You getting some business? You doing some drugs? You buying a car?
I'm definitely doing drugs. I'm definitely going super fucking fast. I'm gonna like I don't know, man. I'm gonna do some wild ass shit, but
Yo,
in the
I paid
morning
for my whole album. Real quick, Yo, real quick, I'll pay for my.
I'm definitely recording.
That's a good idea.
I pay for all my beats and everything.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah, what I'm doing, yeah.
Pay for everybody. Yo, whatever I owe you, yo, here. PayPal everybody that I owe and put my album out. That's sitting there on deck. All the beats are paid for. Here, y'all got
Well,
it.
what's a smart move to do is fucking just, pay a lawyer. Like, I know I got mad samples, but I got 2 classic albums on the deck.
Yo, you got
Yeah,
25.
nigga.
He's not going to answer you. You're going to have to leave a voicemail. I'm talking about in the moment.
It doesn't matter, nigga, but he's
Well,
going to
not
hear
that
that
close, you wanna be
shit.
a lawyer.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
fuck
that's
it,
a good story.
There you
Yo,
go.
That's a dope hat.
It is super dope.
Oh, PlayStation.
You bugged.
But yeah, but it would definitely have to involve my daughter. I would definitely have to see her. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah, you know-
But I would keep that in the morning, and then like the rest of the day, I'd be like,
Since you
I'll
gotta
be back,
go.
but I know I'm not. Like, I gave my goodbyes, and I'm fucking dipping and fucking do some stupid shit.
I ain't gonna
You know what
lie.
I mean? Like,
I would take more than half of it and try to get it into cash and then just stash it somewhere. And I would leave like what do you call that movie?
Like a
The
note?
Da Vinci Code. The Da Vinci
he
Code.
said the note.
No, I said no. Like
No. The Da Vinci Code.
Yeah.
I leave like traces for it, so like somebody find it in
God.
10 years. But you got 25 hours, nigga. You gotta get that done in the first 6. You crazy? Yo, I'm living those whole 24 hours like I never have. I'm slapping my stepfather in the face. I'm slapping my father in the
That's
face.
quick though.
Yo, bro, you kidding? No, that's quick. No, and then the
Right
rest of my
outside,
hours,
too.
I'm going wherever I want to go. Like, listen, yo, you
Yo,
kidding?
but you could like travel outside of like New York, like you don't know, like
Yeah.
you don't even have to like you can do a lot of things. I think we should hold this conversation for now. I think we should really think about this.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, I agree.
Yo, we're about to get out of here. Yo, Jen.
Well, hold on, but let me ask you one question. So, hold back to this verse thing because I really want to get very curious about this. So, let's say you get in a room. Who's one of your top 5 favorite artists? Like more toward the bottom, like toward like 3, 4, 5.
No, you. Yeah, X Styles.
Okay, let's say Styles. You're in the studio with Styles. And Styles is with like Whispers or whatever I think was name, or Chris Rivers.
Yeah.
Chris Rivers brings you to the session.
I got a picture with Chris
Rivers brings you to the session with Styles P.
Okay.
And then Styles P is like, "Yo, we need a third verse." So you're gonna tell me that you're not gonna put, you're gonna be like, if you don't feel like it's the moment for you to write you're not in the mood to write the best verse of your life. You're not writing that and recording that and just living with the result of that. Because do you have another opportunity to go back and record that verse?
What you just said is this. Like, I know you didn't watch this, but what you just said is this. This man right here that just won, he just won competing against the guy that was number 1 contender for the championship belt. This guy was number 4. Now, what you just said is that
That nigga's ears is crazy.
you were given he was given an opportunity. He was given an opportunity, it was on his plate. At that point in time, when you're in that room with those artists and you're sitting there, have you seen Little Dicky on Hulu?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay,
Amazing.
Boom. The 3rd episode should give you that. When he was sitting there with
you
fucking
talking about Dave?
yeah. When he was sitting there with what's
It's a
his
good
name?
show.
Young
Yeah,
Thug,
it really
but
is.
not Young Thug. What's the other one?
Yeah, it's YG.
Yeah.
YG.
That's
When he was
That's
sitting
the
there with
second
YG.
episode.
When he was
YG,
when he was sitting there with YG. No, in the studio where he rapped.
Yeah, it's the second
One second.
episode.
Yo, when he rapped, you see that? You see how he was? You see
But that's a recited verse. I'm talking about you writing the verse on the spot. Because you told me write
Without a
you
doubt.
said you write
Without
eight,
a
you
doubt,
write,
I'm
you write
doing
8
that.
bars, 6 bars here. So
I'll be
what
honest,
if you
Jam,
if
I'll
you
be
want to get in
honest,
that
yo,
song?
Jam, I'll be honest. If
Would you have
if
to
I
really say
wasn't,
no?
if I wasn't no, I wouldn't say no. But if I wasn't feeling
the beat?
no, if I wasn't feeling that beat jam, if I wasn't feeling that aura jam, like why am I gonna make myself into something that they didn't appreciate me for being here in the first place? Me even being in the space of where you asked me to write a verse, right? Like, let's just say y'all two are the higher echelon, right? And we're in the same space, and y'all say, yo, it's your time. Like, it's your time. Yo, we're gonna do the song. We got a verse. You got a verse for us? If I'm sitting there and I don't like that song, I fuck with y'all heavy, but like,
What if you fuck the song? I'm talking about your verse. I don't give a fuck. I'm not talking about the song. Like,
Well, you have to care about the song too. You
I
gotta
will
agree,
try.
But when you're
I
starting
will
from scratch,
try.
though.
I will try. Of course, you try. You try your
But
best.
that's what I
Oh
want
no,
to know.
he's talking about starting from scrap. Like, yo, hey,
no,
yo,
of
G,
course,
yo,
of
G,
course.
we need a verse from
course.
you. We got this
And you know
beat.
what? You know
it's
what?
Gonna be
Come on,
Chris
guys.
Rivers featuring Silas
Guys,
P.
guys, let's
you.
be honest.
And-
Guys,
and
let's
you.
be honest. Guys, let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade because that's like saying I'm naked. Let's call a spade. We all got a good 8, 16, 12, whatever it may be. Even if you were asked to write from scratch, you all, as artists, as rappers, we all have that shit sitting right there.
No.
Even if we don't know about it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't fucking know about it. Even if you don't know what the words are, what song they came from, where you wrote them in your notes, they're there. If you're a real rapper, if you get asked upon it, it's there. What you guys ask me is like, would I just do it because it was this?
because
I wouldn't.
It's about you breaking. It's about you
yeah,
breaking out your
because
comfort zone and doing
he's
something.
basically saying that you don't like to write on the spot. Now, if you're telling if one of your
I
top
don't like
favorite
it.
rappers
That's
is saying,
what I'm saying. If
Oh,
Styles
I
P,
can't.
Chris Rivers said,
I can't.
yo,
You know
But
what I
see,
mean?
Can you do
if
that?
I was,
That's what he's
yo,
saying.
son, you already,
that's pressure. That's pressure, though.
No, it's not
Yeah.
pressure no more, nigga.
Why is
Yo,
it not?
Jam, you know why,
Oh,
Jam?
so now it's not
because
pressure
no,
no
you know
more.
why it's
That's
not
what I'm
pressure?
very curious.
No, because I'm telling you guys, if I'm a rapper, right? So I know these things come with certain things, right? If I was in a room with those two people, any two people, guys, you got two people. Right now, I got a 16 for y'all. That's my
A
point.
fresh one, you got one fresh off the top. I'm
give
talking
you
about
shit.
like you write it. I'm not talking about you having some shit on your phone or ready to spit a verse. I'm talking about Styles P wants you to write to this beat.
I can write you a 16 right now. Yeah.
Okay,
I
cool.
got,
But that's what I want to know is
but
that you that's out of your comfort zone.
No, it's not out of my comfort zone. That has to be in our DNA as artists.
Yeah, of course.
It's not
But
out
the
of
way you made
comfort
it
zone.
sound like it wasn't, so I'm curious.
Oh
what
no,
it would be
because
and the
I'd rather
stakes are
not.
higher.
I would so rather not, man.
But you would do it though.
I would so rather not.
The question is, would you do it?
I would do it.
That's it. That's what I want to know.
I would do it, but there would absolutely be contingencies with it, man.
Why?
Why would there be contingencies with it?
Jesus Christ.
I'm
Because
just
like,
curious. Yeah.
because how could I not like how could I not be honest with the fact of the situation? I'm in an essence with a place where I can flex my muscle all I want, but if I went to the hyperbolic time chamber for just a day. Yo, dead ass, because that's how I have to put it. Because you came into this building already fucking 6'1", 240 pounds, ready cut for your weight, right? That was your beat. You came in here ready for your beat, right? I'm gonna show and perform, but don't think for a half a second that if I don't got a day to step in my hyperbolic time chamber, that I ain't gonna come out and perform even better. That's what. Do you really want to perform with a person that don't give you their best? Is the question. Because if that's the truth, that you rather perform with a person that don't perform with their best, then your ego is playing involved.
So I was waiting for you to say that. So my rebuttal is this, right? NBA players, football players, basketball players.
Get him.
Dude, right?
Go.
There's times Michael Jordan's gonna drop 63, LeBron's gonna drop 50.
Go.
But what happens when you jump shots off?
Go.
Are you not? You gonna stop playing the game?
Nope.
That's what I'm saying. But
that's what you asked me.
But that
will you ever start playing the game?
Yeah,
that's what
and
you
that,
just
to
asked
me, that's what the game is
I'll
about.
take out my answer.
I'm taking that chance every day, and what's crazy is I feel like I'm gonna probably win.
No, it's not crazy.
Yeah,
That's real.
no, that's how it
You know what I mean? Like,
that's how it should be.
But that's how it should be.
I feel like I'm probably gonna win that battle.
A lot of
nigga,
people-
Have you noticed that within me, that Jam? Because I'm in that lot of people bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
And that's fine though. But
I'm honest
but I
with it,
hope
like,
that as you progress as a rapper on your own time, that's a challenge. Because just like if you know there's certain things, like if you ask me to freestyle right now, I probably wouldn't unless you get me in the mood to freestyle. Same way with shit. But if I had to freestyle on the spot to somebody because they somebody important, I would do it whether it sucked or not. It's just like it's about trying at the end of the day, because music is like that. Like if you got on that song and the verse was trash, that's not the end of your career. It doesn't matter.
On the song with too.
But I'm saying regardless.
Nah,
though,
but
it's not the end of your
regardless,
To the
you got.
fight,
But
when you show up
regardless,
to the
like,
fight, you
but
fought.
yo, but like,
But that's my point.
Yeah, but to think
And I
crazy,
want
he might
people to
think
feel that
his
way.
verse is trash.
Nah, you're right though.
But he's still on the song.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
of
you
course.
show up to
So
the
that
song, you
means,
win.
But that's
yeah, but
my
that
point.
means he's still on the song though. So
Yeah, 100%.
did Styles P think his verse was trash, or do you feel like your verse was trash?
See,
or like whoever the rapper is,
artist,
you know what I mean?
As an
Like,
artist, though, it is about the inner insecurity.
Yes,
Because
yes.
it's not about anything else.
yo, but you know what, man? Like that, you always have to have that because you know what? I keep that with my albums. I keep that with every song, every verse. Every album got to be better. Everything else got to be a classic. Everything got to
But
be.
you're also meticulous
You know what I mean?
in that way. But I'm talking about like, just in general, like the sport. Like there's like when I compare it to basketball.
Even basketball.
Right? You can be great at 3-point shooter, right? With Gil, like that Gil's 3-point shooting is taking his time writing his verse. But you also gotta dribble. You gotta play defense. You gotta play this, play that. And there's gonna be circumstances, especially if you want to move up, where like you're not gonna be able to re-record that verse.
Nope.
And that's why I was bringing up the whole on tour thing because Ras was such a good dude. I asked him, I'm like, yo, if you ever have a session, I just want to sit on it. Like I don't even give a fuck about rapping. Just get me in the room so I can just vibe.
Man, because you know
Right?
what, man?
Because it's just about like learning. I want to see what the process of like other people that are doing this,
Not only
getting
that,
paid
it gives you your battery. Go after that. Hold on, I'm gonna let you go. Wait, it gives you your battery though. It gives you your battery for you to the way you say. The way you say, yo, when it's asked for, I'm gonna give it. It gives you're smart in fueling your battery. Sitting on all these sessions, being involved with these people, yo, you may not see it, but subconsciously you fuel your battery because you know, oh, I could go, I can carry this chariot just like you. Whether or not it's right on point, it don't matter. I can carry this chariot just like you. You put yourself, and Jam, you always have put yourself around a whole bunch of influencers that all they do is influence you. So you have that battery. There is no insecurity of whether to go or not. Ninja, you go. You fucking go. That's a big difference though, because for rappers that don't have it and artists that don't have it, yo, you gotta understand that. Whether or not I can go or not, I guarantee if we freestyle right now, probably the only person that'll keep up with me, and we had this last week, is be him. And even he said it.
I suck. But I was drinking though. That don't even count.
Like
Yeah,
my
just
point
let him
my point is this. You excel in what you want to excel in, and the way you excel in, the way I got better at my freestyling is because I had to fucking compete.
Yeah,
Yo, bro,
100%.
y'all put me in a room with y'all. The way you say we used to be the
But
council,
that's my point. Is
I'm
that
gonna
right
compete.
now, you're not competing with
Yo,
nobody.
if they put me in a room with them, absolutely, Jam. The answer is yes.
Okay,
I'm gonna compete.
that's what I
But
want
I'm not the best competitor.
That's fine.
That's my honesty. Yo, I'm not the best
But that's
competitor.
okay though, because.
But are you? But are we? But are them?
But see, this is my point, right? It's like music, especially with the music shit. It's like just because you feel that way, like you said, if you're on that song, people that like Styles P and Chris, you might not like the verse, but they might like the verse.
Yep.
They might want to hear more Gil. So that's what I'm saying by not doing like a lot of people not being able to do that right on the spot or taking or being able to break these uncomfortable situations is that the potential of it is even if they shit it on your verse, the fact that they're talking about the verse is a plus.
You did something to cocky.
Because now they might be like, yo, what? Like, let's say you put a song right after that. They might be like, I want to check this out to see how bad it is.
Yep.
And then they might like it.
Yep.
And that's the same way with the build up. And that's what happened to me in Detroit. I mean, not to cut you off, but like, I was shooting a music video without telling anybody on tour. Like, I was like insecure in that way. Like, I was like, yo, I'm gonna find a videographer, leave the room.
Yo, you found a video
And
in Detroit?
Yeah, he's cool, dude.
What'd you do?
We shot a freestyle. It was a freestyle video on the roof of the hotel.
How would you do it? You need to give these knowledge to these people, yo, because everybody feels sheltered and we can't do nothing when we go to another state.
Bro,
We're all naked. What did you do when you went to another state to find a fucking videographer, Jam?
The same thing you did with YouTube, clicking on random people's shit is the same
And just
way you find
commenting
it.
and just...
I looked up Detroit videographers on hashtags, and I was like, yo, I hit up 4 video guys, said, what's your price? Are you available at this time? Because I'm only here for one night. But he pulled up, and we shot a video, and then Rash, in the middle of that, was like, yo, I'm going to this session. And I'm like, yo, I'm doing something right now. Give me the address, I'll go. And I finished the video with him, took an Uber by myself, in the middle of Detroit, almost got fucked up. Found the studio in the dead end.
Yeah, you too
Went
light-skinned
there.
for Detroit.
No, I was a little drunk after the video shoot. Going into
You
the
did some
Uber.
nasty shit?
I was
What you
just
did?
talking to some chick, and then I come out, and I probably don't realize how loud I'm talking. Dude comes out in his socks out the crib in the dead end, and he's like, "Yo, you know someone on this block?" That's what he just. That's the only thing he says to me. So you know somebody on the bus.
Jam's alarm
like,
went up.
And I'm like, yo, hold up. I'm like, yeah, I'm just waiting for my homeboy. He was like, didn't say no words, just walked back to his crib.
With no socks.
And then I hung up on her and I was like, yo, Ras, where's the studio? I'm right here, my G. I know I'm here. So I pulled up and he got paid to do a feature. And I was just in the room and the dude that paid him to do the feature was like, yo, you want to get on the song? And I was like, I mean, no, like, I try to keep the straight
You wrote
face.
in the booth?
Well, I wrote in the studio.
Yeah, you wrote in the
And I finished my verse before he did.
Who, Ras?
No, well, they ended up paying Ras.
Who got the better verse?
So it ended up being like he wanted to do like 4 on 4.
Who got the better verse?
I mean, well, we did like 4 on 4s.
Oh,
it was
okay,
like a
so you
fill
can't
thing.
tell.
Correct, but like he started that, and I would have my 4s like I was just like when I got once he gave me the pen in my hand, like he gave me pen and paper. I don't write on pen and paper very often anymore, but like I was in the studio, and this moment they picked the beat out at the exact moment that I got there, and homeboy was like, "Yo, I don't got bread for you, but you can get on the song," and I was like, "Okay, say no more. Whatever you need me to do is gonna be done," and that's why I asked you that, because I think that's one of the biggest challenges. Like even Rhythm and Flow, if you watched it on Netflix,
Yeah,
like, that's one of the challenges that they have is because like this is what's
performing
gonna happen.
on the spot.
This is gonna be happening. Like what if like Quest, for example, moved
Game
to,
did that
what
with
if Quest moved to Virginia, came back, and he was like, "Yo, Jam, I got a session."
Game did that with
3
Busta.
Pull up.
When game first met Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes was like, kick a verse. Yo, game sat there and fucking kicked the whole fucking.
Yeah, he kicked like 30 minutes or something.
Yo, shit, yo, B. 30 minutes for a legend. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You always got to come prepared.
It's just like, even if you're not prepared, you got to just
do it.
Go it.
Do it.
Like, it's like the coach calling you off the bench. You might have been sitting 1, 2, 3 quarters.
Nah, but
if you got to go, you get called in
you
that
the seventh man.
You got to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, play.
That's what you waited for. You worked so hard to be in that moment.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. No matter if the moment is big or small, you work that hard
and
to
I
capture.
know you had the heart, so I just wanted you to say that because
of
it
course.
seem like, right? He made it seem like he was like, yo, you know, I'm
Nah.
But when the pressure's on, are you gonna shoot? I don't care if you make it.
I always shoot.
Bro.
You know what the problem is that I think fucking Steve Seagal, Hard to Kill. I probably shoot first and ask questions later. I've always been a victim of my own fucking ego, my nigga. Like, he had to check me so many times where we've gone to shows, and I'm sitting there front and center, and he's rocking, knowing the ninja whack. I ain't, because I know the ninja whack, and that's because I'm sitting there in that moment. You know, I'm sitting there in that moment so captured that it's I don't absorb it. I've never taken things in. So when I get the time to do things, if I get the time, you give me write a verse. What? Don't give me a challenge. You know, at the end of the day, I think with myself, whether it be like the best rapper in the world or the worst rapper in the world, you give me a challenge to freestyle. We was just fucking 4 weeks ago in front of 20th. Some fat guy walked up to us. I swear to God, his name was Jeff, because I don't remember it. And he came up to us freestyling. What me and Quest did. To fucking shut him down, like I think if you put me, if you put me to it, I'll do it. But if you ask me my opinion of what's best for me, nah, give me a second, man.
But it's not challenging you best for you though. Like that's more my idea. Like
it's not challenging you best
music,
for you.
That's why like
that's a good perspective.
When people put me in those situations, it always makes me better. So like I think that's also some reason why people feel uncomfortable around me sometimes. Is because I'm down to always challenge you. Like if you get an 82 on a test, like why don't you get an 85?
You're saying
I got an 85, so you should get that too.
You're saying a loss ain't a lesson.
Yeah, but
I mean a loss
that
is a lesson.
Anything that I could do, I know someone else can do too. So like, but people take that. Like even since I was in middle school, people took that the wrong way. Like I used to go at a lot of people. Like, Doug, I'm not smarter than you. I'm not this. The only thing that I do better than you is I outwork you. I try harder than you. That is it.
So you would take the time. You would take the time to tell people that you care about. You would take the time to tell people
when
that.
I got older and realized how to articulate it, 100%. But when I was younger, like I had exes come at me like afterwards, like yo, like one of my first almost my first girlfriend in middle school. She ended up like, you know how they had the not so smart class and like this educated class. I should have been definitely in the educated class, but I was like stuck in this. So like most of my grades were like 99 because they wouldn't give hundreds, and like and she ended up, she was in our class. She got into a fight with somebody. They moved her to the other class so that she wouldn't fight with the other chick, because the other chick was ESL or whatever. And she ended up going to like a better high school than me, getting like not valedictorian but like top 10 for like a school. And then one of the things she said to me was like, "Yo, you were one of the reasons why I did that." And I looked at that like at first I took offense to that, but then like as I got older, I'm like not that you should thank me. Like same thing with Jerome. Like just because I put you in ball or because I wanted to rap and taught you how to rap doesn't mean I'm taking credit for it. But at the same time, it's like without me pushing you and saying like, "Yo, you could do way better," you wouldn't have done that. Whether I did it, whether I fueled you from anger or sadness or happiness, you got better because of it. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with you not liking me as much if you were better. And that may be Michael Jordan mentality.
No, you got that from you too.
Way.
You got that from other people doing that to you too. You got better from people doing this shit to you too.
Yeah,
for people influencing you,
my nigga, like,
yo, for people influencing you, showing you things, you got better. That's how we all get better. That's how we get better because of us. We don't get better because of ourselves. Sitting in a shell, sitting in your mind, it does not make you better. Like we're not sitting in the wilderness. It's not like you can't just go ahead and do things. Where you have to get better by dealing with other people and knowing what better isn't.
Yeah,
what does bad look like? Bad looks like everything that good isn't. You know what good is because you don't see no bad in it. You know what good feels like because there's no bad in it. But to understand what good is, you need bad. You need those people to influence you, just like you needed to influence those people. You needed to be influenced. It's a really weird like revolving circle, but
can I be extra real, especially with our personal conversation. So like I feel like obviously I came from a background where like I'm always doing everything by myself. Right? And then the one cool thing about being with y'all is that for the first time like we push each other, we talk about all the positive and stuff. Right? And I think that as time evolved, we obviously like all went through phases musically. And I think like one of the best things, like we wouldn't have got that first Quest album, Tribe Called Quest. I mean, what was it?
Bob Called Quest.
Yeah, Bob Called Quest. Right?
You've been dropping a fucking single a week for the past 20.
25. But if we didn't
25,
go
right?
ways,
Wait, what's your week? What's your week count? Don't be modest. Yeah.
I mean, in the last
he stopped.
The last
he's on 20 though, right?
No,
well, in the last
I think it went to
52,
like 18, no?
18, 20?
I went to 40. I went to 38 in a row.
No, 38 in a row.
Because I was trying to go to 53.
Every week?
Yeah, every week. I was trying to go to 53. Because that's how much music I just had sitting on.
Yo, y'all heard that, right? He did. What? Say it again. Say the number.
38.
38
I was
songs.
chasing Russ. Russ did 52, so I was only 53.
One song a week.
I was trying to go one more than him. That was my goal. But you know, life and whatever. Like as it is, it's not. I want to call it an excuse. It's just what it is.
He just bodied y'all in 38 songs. Shut up.
But what I'm saying is like you know that moment where like when we started to split up. Like, you know, I know there was like a weirdness because like I wasn't showing up to certain things or whatever, and like at that time like it didn't make sense. But I felt like as we separated and started doing our own things, like we all found different things that we were like really good at, right? Yeah. And you started killing and started working with other people. You were able to go on tour with V Henny. You started this shit. Like this to me, I told you the first episode you did this. I was like, yo, I'm so proud of you, my G, because like I knew this was in you already. Like, I knew it. I was just waiting for it to happen. You know what I'm saying? And then Quest 2, like, I mean, obviously working with you with, like, the Year to Ram was, like, I mean, I would put that album out now if we get it
why you lying?
Right? No. Right? So,
I'm only waiting
I literally
so.
talk to him about it, like, every few months. But, like, when you put out that solo project and started performing solo, and we started performing solo and then together at the same time, like, to me, that was, like, we were all kings at that point. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and... That was always like the goal for me. It's like Wu-Tang. It's like Meth. You got Meth, Raekwon, Ghostface. They all got their own thing, but they also got the same group. And like for me, that's how I always visualize groups. It's like I don't want us to be like I don't want to be Justin Timberlake and y'all be JC and Lance Bass and shit. Well, y'all got careers, but like y'all not really there. I want
groups
us to be,
grow together.
I want us to be like we all. got heavy fans of all this shit. Like I want people to be like, you know what, Quest had the best verse on this shit.
Yeah,
And Jam
groups
fans be
grow
like,
together.
Nah, nigga, like Jam killed this shit.
Like
You know
even
what
though
I'm saying?
Slaughterhouse not together, they still
100%.
Slaughterhouse.
But they all started solo. But I'm saying for us particularly, like one of the beautiful things for me to see, whether I'm talking to y'all or not on on a consistent basis, is just like I see that this is getting done and that you got better at these things. And to me, like regardless of feelings and all that shit, like that makes me happy.
Facts.
Because I just want that. Like when you sent me that verse, bro, that was one of the best flows and verses I ever heard from you. And I told you that too. I texted you right after I heard that shit. And I would, and I've been a fan of you. Like Flowing Feelings to me is probably top 3 G verse, and not my favorite G verse of all time. You know what I'm saying? Love, like I can, like I mean, you know what I mean? Like that shit, I'll never forget that. When I heard that shit, I'm like, yo, G might have got everybody on this song. Like hands down, like where I'm like, yo, even though Quest had these bars, like just the way you came in on that was crazy. And like I always been a fan, so like when I see growth in other people, that's my biggest, not accomplishment, but one of my biggest like things to see.
It
right?
fulfills your heart, Jam.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think that people misconstrue me a lot because I think especially as kids, you just want everyone to be there. And like me too, I still want to be there. Like I had a request, like even if I can't sit in there, I'd be like, yo, I'm in the area. Like if we can just see that 15 minutes, like that would be cool with me.
Ninja, you know he only came here because you are here.
No, I know.
He don't see me. I see him.
But that's love right there.
I would have still came, but I was like, I thought this shit was gonna be over already, cause he hit me up at 6:30 asking me for a ride. So I'm like,
I was fucking God. I told him.
I told him to ask you for a ride.
I was like 6:30 for a ride.
Okay, yo, shut the fuck up. Ask Quest for a ride.
Yo, first I asked him, I'm like, yo, when and where? And then like when and where came like right after. Yo, Quest, can you pick me up to go to G's crib? I was like, okay, so G never responded. I guess it's today. I'm like, I got plans. Like, Speak them gonna come. Like, if the nigga canceled, which I thought he was, but he didn't. I was like, yo, I'll show up immediately. You know what I mean? But like, the nigga came through. Nigga hit me up at 7:05. I'm outside. I was like,
that's impressive.
I was like,
but that's what it is. I just thrive on other people,
really
seeing other people succeed.
I think that's all of us though. Like,
we had a beer after this one. Man.
Nah, come on, let's wrap it up.
Yo, wrap it up because I got a POD.
No, come on. No, you got the best bladder in the world, bro. You've been holding that shit for 3 hours.
Yeah, I know. But what? Like the last 20 was hurting. I'm like, I've been keeping the record, haven't peed yet.
Jam,
hold it.
Jam, thank you very much. I think
Stop your shit.
The next one we need to have us 3 is with Ed Lover. I'll have him on a Zoom. We have him on the screen.
Or we might have to go to Miami. Not now.
The next
I
one
do COVID's crazy. Yeah, not right now. Yeah.
The next one we need to have is with Ed Love.
I'm trying to chill out.
I think we've come so far, guys. We come so far with everything, and it's really good to be able to have these conversations that I feel inside as a person. Like I feel these things inside. I want nothing 100%. For the best for everything for everybody, right? But you never know that anybody wants the best for you unless you are allowed to talk to them. And not that we don't talk enough, but we don't have intimate conversation enough.
Yeah.
And that's the bigger deal. So thank my counsel.
Well, thank you for having us, because allowing us to do this. That's really what the.
Let's fucking do it again. Yo, it's your boy, okay? Everything is okay. I got Quest, I got Jam in the fucking building. I'm out of here, y'all.
Piss my ass off.
Everything is okay, even when I'm not. Time to bring it to the table.